before we move on, I just want to give a quick shout out to Bronco's favorite people, Mayonk, Bobby, and of course Jay Poyo, the OG Jay Poyo. Yeah, so that's me. That's Bronco. Also, last bit of Lorecaster stuff. We are fully on the schedule now. So, first and third Friday, we're going to be streaming every month. So, that's easier to remember, first and third Friday. Usually the first will be like a recurring storyline like this that we're doing. That's why we're doing more Daggerheart. Also, we love Daggerheart, so that's why we're doing Daggerheart too. And then usually on the third Friday, we'll do one-shots. So, easy to jump in. You don't have to know the story, you don't have to know the ongoing anything, you can just play along with us. You see us build some characters and get going. So yeah, that's all. Thanks.
Hi there, folks. My name is Sun. I have played, I think, once or twice with the Lorecasters crew. And this is my second total time playing Daggerheart. And I'm just happy to be here.
We're happy to have you. Thanks for jumping in, son.
Yeah, and I'm kind of in the same boat. This is my second time playing Daggerheart, although I've been on Lorecasters a couple times. My name's Rick. I'll be playing Ninefingers, the fairy witch, who talks to his beloved. And looking forward to some hijinks and maybe some heartstring pulls. You never know. You never know.
I cried last time, so the pretty high bar from last time.
It was rough. We did have a Daggerheart classic, a Blaze of Glory by our friend Sean. John Red Tusk is the hero of Wyland's Gulch and sacrificed himself to not only save the town, but free the Ikiri Colossus, which now stands looming over the northern edge of Wyland's Gulch as the protector of this town now. Once a year ago, this massive colossus rose up out of the ground, named after the Ikiri Mesa, which is the massive rock structure mountain that was that solitarily stood over the kind of northern edge of the city. Got up, grew legs, arms, and began walking around about a year ago. Caused some destruction in this town, led to the death of the mayor, Bill Hartley, very tragically, but it left in its wake a massive quarry of Essentia, this blue crystal that is charged with kind of lightning elemental energy, and this led to a boom of the town of Wyland's Gulch. Wyland's Gulch is a massive cooperative, so a lot of the people here are always pitching in a hand and reaping a share of the profits in a very equitable way. All of the people here work well together and make this town a shining beacon of hope in a continent of lawlessness and kind of bleak desperation. We find ourselves on the continent of Catanathema, or colloquially referred to today as the Anathema Drylands. So, with the Ikiri Colossus freed from the influence of the Blackstone mercenary gang, this group of outlaw sheriffs who run a protection racket throughout the Drylands, they basically put up a bunch of these Blackstone pylons, this weird dark matte, almost purplish material that they used to influence the Ikiri Colossus. The resonance next to the Essentia that powers this massive Colossus was used to enrage it and confuse it and lead it towards this town to end it. But our heroes last time, Bronco, Sandy, and John Red Tusk, were able to free that Colossus from its control. So now we pick up in the minutes after they defeated this, returning to town. It's been about I would say about an hour since the Colossus itself failed. So
let me go back to like no health then. Hold on.
Sure. Yeah. And you see Ninefingers and Casimir. You see them bringing in enshrouded the body of John Redtusk, this orc warrior who so nobly sacrificed himself in defense of this town and in defense of a once thought destructive and enraged creature. And now you see just kind of like looms over the town, kind of moving its head back and forth, kind of picking up one of its very busted arms that was injured in the fight against these heroes, but just kind of looms there as a kind of protector over this town now. What are you all doing? If you'd like to maybe describe your characters a little bit and say what your character would have done to pitch in to help the defense of this town in the wake of the Colossus's arrival.
Yeah, as currently and reverently, Ninefingers places a sort of intricate diagram in bones across the enshrouded form of John Redtusk as a tribute, piled on the fact that he keeps shushing his beloved for talking to him during such a reverent moment. But during the defense, while the Colossus was on a rampage, Ninefingers, being sort of the speedy, flighty fairy around, will try to intercept and try to, make sure that debris and falling and explosions didn't hit a lot of the civilians in the group.
Yeah.
So just flying back and forth, their kind of tattered, padded armor on their kind of gaunt, I'd say like thin to emaciated look in his face. Short, fairy-like, with the wings that kind of look like dragonfly wings, but are a little bit more of that like dark opaque, like looking through like a dirty window sort of situation. So there is definitely like some creepiness vibes around Ninefingers, but seems like his heart's there.
Awesome. And I'll just add quickly that one of the elements of chaos in this town leading up to the Colossus's impending assault was all of the clanks that had been modified and created to defend the town, to carry large cargo. They began to go haywire in the last moments as this town united and got over its fear of this Colossus. In their unity, they were disrupted, and chaos ensued when all of the automata and clanks began to go haywire, attacking things, destroying buildings, setting things on fire. So that was definitely an element of chaos that needed to be addressed in the wake of this, but our heroes were nevertheless victorious. Casimir, what would you have done in the midst of this chaos to protect Wyland's Gulch?
Casimir is probably arriving just around then. There's rubble raining from the sky, and a soul figure dressed completely in black with black hair and kind of what was probably once bronze skin, now ashy beyond compare, walks up the road to this village, looking up, kind of shielding his eyes from all the chaos that's happening in the sky and on the horizon before him. A large chunk of rubble seems to fall down on him, and he holds his hand up, and a shield of blood smashes the rubble as it tumbles off to the side. This seems kind of normal for him. He'll walk into the village and start possibly helping, identifying maybe which of these individuals that are fighting are innocent and which of these are controlled by some fell influence, and he'll pitch as much as he can to fight on the side of the subjects of this town, as he probably thinks of them.
Sure. Yeah. You see coming into town, you see a couple of you see these Goliath twins. They look very similar. Bald head, they have tattoos across their face and arms, and you see they are both holding double-barrel shotguns as this massive clank damn, that's sick. As this massive clank bears down upon them, it has these like kind of like rolling treadmill like legs and these 3 massive arms, one kind of over its back like a crank, and you see it bears down upon these 2. It has a massive like barrel in one hand and goes to like toss it at these 2, and they turn around at the last second. What would your character do to protect them?
On a better day, he may interpose, but right now, I think he's more interested in just blasting it out of the sky. Are you asking me to perform combat?
Yes, yeah. You see this heavy barrel being thrown towards these 2 unsuspecting defenders of Wyland's Gulch by this robot. What would you have done?
If it is in, I'm assuming it's not in very close range. I am going to see if I can target it with a blood spike, which is one of my spells.
Yeah.
Let's get my character sheet.
Give me that attack roll.
Allows me to attack from far range. And I'll just roll it on. I'm very new to Daggerheart, so I'm using the app Demiplane. Shall I roll it on Demulate? Okay. Go ahead and make a duality roll. Fantastic with my strength. That is a 17 with hope.
Yes. 17 with hope. Yeah, you
nice.
take a hope. And on a 17,
both of you take an extra hope because I'm a halfling.
Perfect.
Oh, very nice.
Fun.
Yeah, you started with an extra hope if you have a halfling in your party. What does the blood spike look out? Does it come out of you? Do you summon it from thin air?
I draw a short sword from my side. What looks like a beautifully crafted gold encrusted short sword. It seems to be a relic from whatever kingdom I'm from. I slice my hand open and pull a crystal, like a shard of crystal, from my chest almost. Like some fragment of it. I pull it out of my chest, and it charges with energy and turns into a ray of red power that just slices into whatever clank piece of rubble or foe that goes up against me.
Yeah, you see as this barrel goes midair by this clank, you split it in 2, and it's full of sand. It's used as like a fire, suppressant device or just something to weigh something down. And before it can careen into these 2 Goliaths unsuspectingly, you split it in half midair. The sand sprays everywhere. You see some of them, that sand being coated in blood even. You see these 2 kind of turn around to look at you. Thanks there, partner. And you see they both unload all 4 shells of their double-barreled shotguns all at once against the neck joint of this clank. And you see they sever it. And it careens to the side, and this thing just powers down. You see blue sparks of Essentia energy sparking out of its neck and head as it powers down. They just kind of like holster, or they kind of put their double-barrel shotguns up on their shoulders and just kind of give you a nod. You new to these parts?
Betty, what is this place called?
Well, buddy, welcome to Wyland's Gulch. And the scene will cut to the side here as people throughout Wyland's Gulch begin to part in a sea of grief as the enshrouded body of John Red Tusk is paraded in a triumph through this town. A little bit about Wyland's Gulch. It is within a gulch, believe it or not. A massive kind of split mesa rises up 100 feet on either side. There is a good, I would say like an eighth of a mile wide between this gulch. You see there are buildings all along the main road of this town. Through the center is a kind of railroad track where cargo can come through that continues to the northwest and the southeast of town. And you see buildings kind of climb up along the sides of this gulch. There are lots of like levers and pulleys, Essentia powered cranks and elevators that kind of transport people up and down through these. There are buildings and houses that are like carved into the side of this gulch as well. And the sun kind of rises from east to west over this. You see the sun is kind of, it's later evening now and is kind of beginning to set in the west as the body of John Red Tusk is paraded through town. You see Mayor Logan Hartley, a woman, a human in her early 30s, kind of takes off her brown Stetson cowboy hat, puts it against her chest, and everyone kind of takes off their hats and kind of holds their heads down. His body is taken care of. It is put into a building to be cleaned for funerary purposes. And you see there are these clanks that have been destroyed and taken apart all over town, these ones that went haywire and started to cause chaos. And you see there is two smaller figures walking around inspecting some of these disabled clanks. One of them is a gnomish gentleman that wears these large kind of Coke bottle style goggles, so he's got massive cartoonish eyes. He's balder, a little bit of like white hair on top of his head, a long kind of twisted up, almost like Professor Eggman style, like mustache, white mustache. This smaller gnome, Ninefingers and Bronco, you know him to be Robert Bobbington. He's the town's kind of artificer, and his partner, Grid the Goblin. Grid is a kind of greenish skinned, peach fuzzy fur, smallish goblin fellow with long pointed ears that go out to either side. Think a little Yoda-y, without like a kind of wrinkled forehead, more of a youthful appearance to this fellow, and also has kind of like goggles that he has wearing over his neck. And you see Grogu. That they're kind of he's Grogu for sure. Yeah, Grogu with some peach fuzz. And they're both inspecting these clanks and trying to see how they went haywire, their own creations. Would either of you be interacting with these two or seeing to something in the town at this point? Or Bronco himself? Would you be escorting John's body?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Ninefingers floats over to Bob Bobbington and kind of looks over his shoulder as just to kind of kind of flying right behind him, trying not to let him notice too quickly that he's there, as he just kind of watches what Bob's doing.
Yeah, you see that they've got some tools that they're taking out, Essentia powered little drills that they have, and you see that they are undoing panels across these things into their kind of like central battery powered units. There's a massive Essentia crystal in each one of these that is hooked up to all kinds of wires and has like almost like a force field around it that contains the energy of these Essentia crystals while also extracting the power and being able to power these things. And you see that he puts his hand deep inside there and pulls a little piece of copper like metal out, and it looks like it's like wound up like a little Tesla coil. And he pulls it out and he says, "I didn't put this in here, did you, Grid?" And Grid, the goblin, goes, no, I that's not part of the original design unless someone's doing something a little hinky. And they look across to another automata, 1, 2, 3 of these things. They crack them open, and they find similar devices placed in there. Well, just based on the structure of this, it looks like it would disrupt the entire flow of Essentia and overload the neural dampeners and all of the kind of things that they're just kind of like talking out loud, trying to solve the problems. In very artificer speak, someone fucked with these clanks and made them, it basically made them go haywire. And both of them kind of look at each other. Well, no one knows how to spool copper like this. And you see Grid goes, well, one person does. And they both kind of look at each other. You don't think, but that would be impossible. I thought he left the anathema. Oh, he's too prideful. He would have stuck around. And they both kind of like look at each other and give each other this kind of grim look. Albie, they say at the same time.
They say Albie?
Albie.
Yeah, at that point, Ninefingers says, my beloved would like to know, who is this Albie?
Grid speaks up. Well, Albie was our roommate.
The roommates.
They keep adding
Sometimes
more roommates.
when they don't put those dishes away, it makes my beloved very unhappy.
But no, he was quite neat. Very, very, very type A individual. Even too neat for our liking, but very, very good at what he did.
I see. But you fear that he's the one that caused these clanks to go haywire?
Yes,
Run
well,
amok?
His experiments kind of, it got him run out of university. And when we were learning together, we told him that we didn't want any part of his machinations, trying to build extractive automata that were taking the jobs of people and very, very deadly, not at all regulated in any way. And we said we wouldn't put up with his nonsense anymore. And he says, I'll show you. And then a couple days later, his personal workshop burned down, and we all kind of mourned his loss. We didn't agree with his morality or nothing, but he was a very proficient artificer.
Yes, but sounds like there's motive there. Isn't that right, beloved? Oh, yes. And seems like there's means, too, according to my beloved.
Yes, and Ninefingers, you recall the time that you worked with Bronco to defeat the kind of wandering minister that came to town, the brother. Yeah. I'm forgetting his last name, but the priest of the Light Within Us cult. And during his introduction into town, it seemed that he came into town with Brother Tillman. Yes, thank you. And Brother Tillman came into town on a carriage from the Mercurio Courier Co., the kind of shipping and logistics company in the Anathema Drylands. And one of those packages was a battle box, this mechanical cube that kind of went haywire and began to destroy things. And there was something definitely nefarious about that automata as well. So this definitely comes to mind, that level of sabotage, intentionality.
Yeah. Ninefingers' eyes kind of glow the sickly green and then fades back to normal color as he looks around and kind of is Bronco around?
Yeah, you see Bronco kind of go. He's like standing inside. He's like standing just outside as John Redtusk's body is taken into the the town inn, kind of. The kind of a massive social hub for the town where where John's body is going to be taken care of. But too many bodies in that room. Bronco doesn't want to be in there, getting in the way. You see him just standing outside.
Okay.
I
turn back to Rob.
The chair that John would always sit in.
I turn back to Robert and says, "So, sounds like we need to." Pay this Albie a visit. See what Albie has in store for the next phase. It seems like that part of this is, at least all evidence points towards that direction. Then and it was more said to himself, Ninefingers, and floats over back to Bronco and kind of says, how are you holding up?
Hey, Ninefingers. How are you?
Well, my beloved's doing okay. I'm a little bit sad. It's an unusual feeling for me to have, but given the situation and the circumstances, I feel also a little bit vindictive.
I feel like normally I would be too, and I'm trying to kind of fight that impulse, but habits are hard to break. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that we may have a lead on whoever made these clanks go haywire and the battle box when we first met go run amok. my beloved and I think that's probably the best way of going, is to pay this Albie a visit. Robert knows about that particular individual.
Interesting. Did Grid also agree? Grid's way more solid.
Grid also agreed, yes.
Okay. All right. I mean, I'd take his word. I don't know about... Anyways. All right. Well, I mean, if they're going to keep causing problems in this town, it wouldn't do much good to save it if we're just going to get overrun by defective... I don't really understand much about that, but I'll take your word
my
for
beloved
it. Also,
doesn't either.
I gotta meet that beloved ears one day.
It's just right here, and Ninefingers pulls out this like looks like almost like a human skull, like bleached, pretty well taken care of, but there's like lots of intricately wrought runes along the pate of the bleached skull that seem to writhe and wriggle as you try to examine them, and they kind of shift and move out of your field of vision, and then they kind of return as you blink. It's a little bit disconcerting.
Oh, I see. You got like a sending stone type situation. Cool. All right, you talked to your beloved through that. Great. Hey, so yeah, I mean, if we want to investigate that, then I'm happy to. I kind of need a distraction.
That's what I was going to say. It seems like you need a distraction, and my beloved and I've agreed that I think vengeance is in order. So that would make us feel better.
Oh, jeez. All right, I'm trying to get out of the vengeance business, but I mean, sounds like you're going to get into it anyway, so I'll just have your back.
Well, I just, it's I can do vengeance. You can do the noble hero thing.
It would be the first
consumed
time
by
for me.
grief. I mean, it was the first time for everyone. You can be, it's okay. We'll break your cherry in terms of heroism. You'll be fine.
You see, finally, at this point, it's like since the whole the walk happened, he's been like holding in his tears. He was crying earlier, but he like held in his tears until then. And at the mention of breaking his cherry, you just see tears just start flowing down his face.
I float over and give you like a little hug with my little like fairy body, and as you're like crying, I kind of very like just carefully like put a little like bottle up against your cheek to catch some tears.
Oh, yeah, I just kind of brushed the bottle.
It's okay, just let it all out. It's fine.
I still have recurring dreams about you foretelling doom.
This is fine. No, this is the tears of pure grief. I don't get this a lot often, and I need it for some of my spells. I apologize. I just couldn't resist the opportunity.
All right, fine. And I allow it.
Right around then, you both
Squeeze
hear
out some extra tears.
kind of ear-piercing scream of pain coming from the town's infirmary. You hear this, "No! Take it out!"
What was that?
That sounds like music to my ears. Let's go.
Tips his hat on
Ninefingers
tighter.
floats over.
Yeah, I get a little bit of tumbleweed, stick it in my mouth. Start heading over to the infirmary.
Yeah, you guys walk into the town's infirmary, kind of this 3-story building in the town, just a kind of big, kind of the cross symbol over it. And you walk into these kind of double saloon doors, and you see writhing on kind of a central table in there. You see there are people moving in with like bumps and bruises and cuts and burns from the fight with the clanks in the town. But writhing on one of the central tables, you see one of the town's 2 resident silver seraphs, Wyatt Dawnreach, who has been battling a gunshot wound after an altercation with the Blackstone mercenary group just the day prior. And you see looming over him is Mayor Logan Hartley, kind of like holding down one of his arms. And you see his mentor, a half-orc, greenish-skinned gentleman known as Rick O'Shea. Rick holds down Wyatt's other arm. Wyatt is a human man, kind of fair skin, side-swept black hair, very, very handsome, kind of a hotshot gunslinger, with his shirt wide open and a gunshot wound over on his left clavicle, where you encountered him as he was riding back into the town after that altercation. And you see that Rick is trying to go into that gunshot wound with some forceps and trying to extract something, probably that bullet. And you see Wyatt kind of like writhing in pain, like, it's not gonna work. And you see Rick dropping the forceps and holding his hands over the wound, and you see his hands glow with this silvery light, trying to heal his protege, his partner. And you see that healing not being able to take place. You know Rick to have these abilities to heal and to wield divine justice in this very godless realm, but it seems that his healing is not taking effect.
Well, I mean, those cries are delicious, but I suppose we should see if we can render aid.
I think it's that stone.
Right around then, Casimir probably finds y'all right around then, and probably drawn by the smell of blood or something like that. Walks into the infirmary, hands fully covered in like rubble and dust, and a shimmering kind of sphere of blood around him that's slowly dropping all the dust that from the rubble aside. That man is wounded badly.
You see Logan Hartley turns to you. Yeah, no shit. Who the hell are you?
Can I inspect
Are you wounded? There's blood everywhere.
No, I'm fine. May I make a psychometry roll against this wounded target and see if I can determine what angle the bullet came in from?
Sure.
Maybe help with the forceps?
Yeah, that would be definitely give me an instinct roll.
It allows me to make a spellcasting roll if I may do that instead.
Even better, yeah. You're proficient in blood.
Proficient in blood, I love it. All right.
And if you have any relevant experiences, if your character has experiences that are relevant to this, you can spend a hope to add that to the roll.
I would say that I probably don't have any relevant experiences, but that is a 16 with fear.
16 with fear? Yeah, I will take a fear. As you do that, you sense definitely something foreign within this body. You can like inherently detect the circulation of blood in this person's body. Obviously, the blood that is running out of him as they are trying to operate, but definitely an obstruction that is blocking the flow of blood deep in this man's artery. It looks like in his efforts to kind of delicately take it out, Rick has pushed it very close up against the artery. It has not been severed yet, but he is close to severing his partner's artery with his efforts to save him. And you feel the pressure of a foreign object lodged and pushing against that artery right now. What does Casimir do?
I think he'll... Oh, he knows that he doesn't have the hands to do this. He will send out a little projection of his blood and form it into a bit of a diagram of this man's flesh and bone. And with a kind of shining foreign light, the angle of the bullet that's inside. No, it's here. And I'm gonna see if I can provide help, if there's any way to provide help in this game.
Yeah, help action. It would be getting a hope to do, but on that roll, you feel that you could change and redirect the pressure of either your blood or this man's own blood, and try to dislodge that foreign entity within him. That
All
bullet.
right, I'll see if I can make another spellcasting roll to withdraw the foreign body from this man's, body.
Yeah, absolutely. With that success on that roll and with that diagram that you've produced, you can make this roll with advantage. So you can add a d6 to that roll.
Ooh, that is not great. That is not great. That is a 10, but it is with hope.
10 with hope. Yeah, you see. So does if you would tell me, does Casimir have the ability to control other people's blood or just his own?
If it's blood that is no longer pumping within someone's system, he can control it.
Okay, yeah, this blood is very much pumping in this man's own system, but there's enough run over his body that I think you all see this blood begin to pool around and slide back down into this man's body, and
get back in there.
You see Logan, the mayor, says, "What the hell are you doing? Who are you?" And all at once there is a spray, a gout of blood that shoots out. And atop that stream is this little black stone bullet that shoots out. And on that 10, you do not sever his artery with the influx of pressure, but you definitely do hear him cry out in pain. Oh God! I almost said Jesus, who's not canon to Daggerheart. He's as that sprays out, he is kind of like it reopens the wound further. But you see, with that bullet now dislodged, you see
Rick. I think you can heal him now. I think it was that blackstone that was preventing your healing.
He says, "Whatever you say, Bronco." And he charges up his hands, and you see a silvery light crawl across his palms, and he holds it against the wound, and you see that wound fill with that similar silvery light, and it begins to seal. The blood stops, and Casimir, you intuitively know that the blood is circulating as it should throughout this man's body.
Much better.
You now hold this tiny little bullet in your hand after it's sprayed up with that gout of blood. It has a strange matte texture to it, even like a purplish shimmer to it as you move it in the light, kind of a gemstone kind of flash to it, but definitely like a lead kind of texture.
Yeah, you see Ninefingers like floating like right next to you, Casimir, as I'm just like floating and I'm like looking at it. It's like, oh, fascinating. That is unusual for a bullet.
I have never
That's right,
seen
my
the material
beloved.
before.
Yes.
What are you speaking to? Eyes never leaving the bullet.
My beloved, of course. Which my beloved does say that I think this is this similar to like what the Colossus was made out of?
It's different. Yeah, the Colossus is made out of just the ground itself. I don't know that I don't think you've encountered Blackstone before.
Oh, okay. No, I don't think that.
This is that stuff that was in It was all right. All the Blackstone mercs, they got badges made out of this stuff. There were big pillars made out of this stuff in the Colossus. That's what was pissing it off. Anytime we tried to use magic against this stuff, it acted weird. My compatriots tried to use I guess
you see Logan. Looks at you. She's like, "You use magic, Bronco. It's nothing to be ashamed of." Jeez.
Don't tell my mama. All right. Anyways, this stuff it messes with magic, and I'm telling you, the Blackstone mercs they got nefarious plans, and it involves this stuff. I mean, look, who can stop Rick's healing? Rick's the best there ever was.
Right. He like takes out his gun and spins it, puts it
All
back in
right,
the holster
all right.
for no
Calm down.
reason.
Calm down.
All right, yeah.
You see Wyatt
Is
also
there-
goes to his gun holster and like takes it out and spins it from the table and puts it back.
You need to rest.
Yeah, he did it with his injured arm. He's like, yeah, that was dumb. Sorry. So what is this? What you see Wyatt speaks up, just kind of like coughing from the pain, bleary eyed, but says, "The hell is that stuff?"
I don't know. It seems to be like, all right, everyone's going crazy over this blue stuff. It seems to be like it's opposite, kinda. They like don't get along well when they touch. Everything gets all wacky. Magic around this stuff doesn't seem to work too well. Also, some of the people that were working for the Blackstone Guild were like not all there. They were more like zombies than people. It's bad business.
They're acting as if something enslaves their mind. That seems to get Casimir's attention when you describe the behavior of the people in the Blackstone Guild.
Ew, can I do an insight? Can I do an instinct?
Sure.
To see, like, if you are into that or if you're disgusted by that. Or, like, where you kind of, how you feel about that, I guess.
Yeah, Chris.
Sure.
Bronco, give me an instinct roll, and then Casimir, if you would, please give me a presence roll.
A presence roll, okay.
Yeah.
And this is a duality roll, correct?
Yes. Yeah. And just let me know if it's with hope or fear.
I got a 21 with fear.
I'll take that fear.
Fear. That is only a 10, but it is with hope.
Bronco's scared of what he sees.
Yeah, I guess to answer Bronco's question, is this something that he is intrigued by or likes, or is this just something that he finds interesting?
You get a strong bouquet of like both emotions at the same time. He is intrigued by what the information has, but there's this inherent revulsion, like someone speaking of like witches or something like that, and he seems to have some very personal connection. He is afraid of being mind controlled. Not that, you're fine. You're one of the good ones.
Yeah, and above table for Bronco / Chris, the zombie like nature of one of those, I think that might have been the illusion that was cast by when you guys met with the Blackstone mercenary group. There was like one of them that just like wasn't responding to like the other stimuli that was weird, and that was because that man was a illusion, as the real one was down in the Essentia mine trying to surround Essentia deposits with this Blackstone energy, and that was creating this resonant kind of a pulse that was attracting the the Akiri Colossus towards Wyland's Gulch. You guys put a stop to that and ended those Blackstone mercenaries, but the resonance that he was creating from the Blackstone was what attracted the Akiri Colossus to this town.
And I think I figured out it was an illusion. So I take that part back.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so like...
All good.
But also, like, yeah, it seems to be like a corrupting force, I guess, is more what he would say. And at the idea that, like, you're disgusted by, or you're, like, more repulsed than attracted to that. Say, like, yeah, it seems to just be like I mean, the people that I've met who are into it, They don't got their screws on right. Almost like they got whatever's corrupting those clanks too. But like different but parallel. You know what I mean?
Do you know what is corrupting these clanks, or the little mechanical things that we're throwing in the barrels about?
I don't know. I have no fucking idea. You gotta ask him. And I kind of motioned to Ninefingers.
Yes, that's correct. The clanks were the ones that are they're mechanical, throwing the barrels about, running amok in general. And then we also saw, at least Robert, our local artificer, noted that there are some devices inside of them that caused it to go haywire. And we have a name of who may have caused it.
Well, I'm not sure how long I'm planning to be in this town. Seems nice. The people are kind. But
Ninefingers starts to smell you while you talk.
You smell high-class perfume. You see in front of you like exquisite clothing, like always like tailored. Everything seems like double stitched. There's not even like a thread has been set loose, and this man just went through like a battle, so you can tell that he keeps himself well. Yeah, if there is something that I can do to assist this town, yeah.
Is there? Can I do a instinct check with my smell to see if I can smell anything off-putting with Casimir?
Yeah, give that instinct roll.
Sure.
It's hard for people in this town to
This
trust.
would again be
Yeah, it is. It is rough.
be a presence roll from me, right?
This is just an instinct roll from him to see how high he gets, and then based on that sliding scale, you can kind of tell him what he detects.
15 with hope.
Take that hope. On a 15, what Ninefingers specifically? What are you looking for again?
Seeing the command that Casimir has over blood, Ninefingers was kind of thinking if there's like, I don't know, like usually people who work with a medium start to smell like that medium, and just kind of wants to know if that smells like blood under all that finery.
Casimir has done an excellent job of pulling all the blood that would have dried out on a suit or something like that, or stained a tie, or soaked right through his cravat, like his really nice silk cravat that he wears. But he has managed to pull it all back into somewhere. You don't know exactly where. He doesn't have his chest uncovered or anything like that right now. It seems stitched up nice and tight, buttoned up like a three-piece suit. But no, you can't smell any blood on this blood mage.
Ninefingers finishes smelling you and kind of looks disappointed and says, I feel like that someone who works with blood as skillfully as you would smell like it more. Because I think what we have ahead is bloody work. If you would join us, I feel like Bronco and I are going to go out and pay someone a visit that might be partially responsible for all the chaos that happened in this town.
Tell you what, you cover a night's stay and point me where to go on the next leg of my journey, and I shall happily assist you in your endeavor. Does that sound like a deal?
I don't know. What do you think, beloved? Oh, that's a good idea. We don't want to tell him that. Okay. Yes.
I think it's ascendant
we have
stone.
an accord.
You see Logan Hartley kind of looks to you, Casimir. He does this. It's just kind of his thing. But he's good people. You can trust him. But and we count on your
as
aid.
I pet my skull while you're saying this. Yes, beloved. Yes.
He's sorry, I don't.
He's pretty good. He foretold my doom, but he's a pretty good guy.
Logan goes, I don't think we got your name, sir. Stranger.
Oh, I am so rude. Allow me to formally introduce myself. And then you smell the blood again, as all of like the blood that's like on the operating floor and any blood that was on anyone's weapon starts to lift and coalesce into, in heraldry, there's sometimes a regalia, like a covenant that rests over the crest of the shield itself. It forms into a crest kind of behind him, and it is a royal crest, a blade and a book. I am Crown Prince Kai Tha Mehir, and you see 3 characters form in this regalia of blood. Of the liberated kingdom, son of King Arsalan, the liberator, Ashur Mehir, at your service.
You see Logan looks to Wyatt, looks to Rick, looks to Bronco, looks to Ninefingers. I don't think he's from the Drylands.
And Ninefinger starts clapping, like, yay! That was very cool. I like that. Yes, my beloved and I are very impressed.
But we are, sorry. I'm sorry. I'd love.
Casimir. Just call me Casimir.
Casimir. Okay, cool. I didn't want to fuck that up. And Logan says,
completely fine. Don't worry about it.
We would be more than happy to get your aid. It seems there's coordinated efforts to take down Wyland's Gulch. They want what we got here. They think our strength is in our essentia, but it's not. And she kind of looks around to you all, and she looks at the people that you now see are gathered in the doorway here. At their front, old Jezra, the kind of town old kook, shirtless, just in big overalls, suntan skin, 4.5 feet tall, older man. Think of like Cookie from Journey to Atlantis, just kind of like old, crotchety old guy, crazy man. And all the town of Wyland's Gulch just kind of like looking at this interaction. She addresses the town. Our power isn't in what we got, what we can make. It's in each other. And no one's gonna take that from us. Am I right? And everyone just goes like, yeah, you're right. Go Logan. Woo! And everyone's just kind of like looking at you, Bronco.
Damn right, Logan.
And we'll pull back from this scene. The camera kind of fades to black. And we enter a different space entirely. Bronco, you went to bed that night. I'm not sure how long it took you to finally get to sleep or where you slept, but when sleep eventually finds you, you find yourself standing in a wide open plain somewhere in the Drylands. Dancing around you seems to be this blue thread of energy. That same energy that you saw when John died. You defeated and freed the Colossus, and this blue energy extended from the Essentia, came down and was an impression, an impression of John's memory. And this blue string just kind of like dances around you, almost like a thread. It kind of warbles and moves like the wind is moving it. And you look up in front of you, and you see the looming Colossus, the Ikiri Colossus, look down at you. Its Essentia blue eyes just kind of staring down into yours, and you hear this warbling coming from it. Not the aggressive kind of bellowing that it was when it was bearing down on the town, but just this thoughtful, insightful vibration that bears down on you. Just kind of, and in that resonance, there is understanding and there is insight. And you hear the word, you interpret the word connection. What do you do in this space?
Not such a mean motherfucker after all. Or is this just the calm before the storm?
As you say the calm before the storm, your perspective shifts You standing there, the world seems to turn around you, and you see impending over the northern horizon.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Massive, permanent dust storm that covers the northern edge of this continent of the Drylands. You recognize it as the Hell Rim, this dust storm that constantly lingers on the northern reaches. And just at the foot of the Hell Rim, at the edge of your vision, you see a gorse. Just at the edge. Not facing the storm, but facing you. You see that little blue line of energy that was dancing around you just kind of like stops. And it draws a line from your chest all the way to the edge of the horizon to the gorse. And you see your perspective is pulled together until you are face to face with this gorse. And before you were even pulled together in that instant, you knew that gorse. It's Kimmy Schmidt. The unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. The gorse that you could never break, but you encountered once again.
He just does like... Gorses respond well to musical whistles. So he just does a little, like, tweet sound. Just like a tentative reaching out. Not necessarily trying to get it to do anything, but just like a hello of sorts.
Yeah. At that kind of that music, that tone, you see the little string that pulled you towards Kimmy Schmidt now just kind of dances around you. When it gets to your center again, your chest, that string coalesces into like a little orb of that connection blue, essentia blue light. And that orb changes shape into the shape of a little gorse. And it looks like there's like wind constantly moving around it. You can smell the wind and feel the wind against your face, like energy coming from this little blue entity. And then you see it begins to run and dance between you and between Kimmy Schmidt in kind of a figure eight. And it continues the tone and the rhythm of your whistle. And it kind of connects you and Kimmy Schmidt in this figure eight. And Kimmy Schmidt just kind of like looks at you with its oblong gorse goat eyes and just kind of stares into your soul.
Yeah, Bronco, he takes a tentative step towards Kimmy. Now, that's a special horse. Or a special gorse. And it's kind of freaking him out, because, like, he, a long time ago, like, stopped trying to connect with gorses, because he just saw too many of them, like, fall down gulches, and, like, he just sees them as, like, cattle. And I think he, like, pulls away for a second and just kind of turns his head away. He can't, he's like, he just lost his best friend. He's too, like, raw right now to, like, believe that he can make a connection with this beautiful creature.
Yeah. In the moment that your gaze breaks with Kimmy and you kind of turn away, you see that Kimmy Schmidt takes off and like a bullet rides off into the storm. You see that little blue entity, that little gorse spirit of this blue energy begins to fly around her. And you see that Kimmy Schmidt doesn't just take off into the storm. She joins it in the dance. And she rides off into the sky itself. She rides with the wind, because you can't break the wind. And she, in her kind of neighs off and disappears into the storm. That little blue light is the last point that you see before the storm itself rushes over you and you wake up.
Yeah, he just wakes up with, like, tears covering his face. I gotta kill somebody. No. Fuck. Let's find somebody, and then he looks down at his arms, like the kind of healing like scars. He was like messed up at the last fight, and you just see him sort of like squeeze his arms together. And the, like, almost like hair grows out of the wounds, and then they kind of like collapse and close, and they're like fully healed. I'm gonna be better. This town is worth saving. Fuck. Even in my dreams, I fuck it up. You see him just like rip off his like his bed is like very like threadbare. So there's not much blanket to rip off, but he rips it off, and you just see him kind of go about his day.
Yeah. You all kind of find each other throughout the next day as the town is coming back together, patching things up where they got destroyed. Every now and then you just see someone kind of like stopping, holding like a box of tools or supplies or food, and they're just kind of looking up at the Ikari Colossus that just looms over. And for you guys, the Ikari Colossus looks like this. This mesa on its back was the thing at the northernmost edge of the city, so you would have recognized that. But then when it rose up, it had all of this body that it created with it. But now, instead of being there rampaging, it just kind of looms over the city like this. You see that its arm, which had been blasted apart, there was kind of a joint up in its armpits that made of Essentia, and kind of at each one of its joints, there's kind of this Essentia cluster. And it looks like the overnight, the Ikari Colossus has like regrown that arm. And it even has some like greenery kind of like sprouting over it now, some like desert flora, some like cacti and other natural things that you would like, a lot of tumbleweeds too, that you would normally see. And just seems like with that growth of its arm came like the growth of the natural environment of the Anathema Drylands. But it just kind of stands there. And then you see every now and then it just kind of like shifts its body, looks around, and you see it kind of like picks its head up a little bit and looks around as you see these tiny little lights floating around it. What you saw initially when you guys were fighting the Colossus Bronco, these tiny little elementals that seemed to be attracted to this thing. And when they were creating a storm around this in the fight, now you see these very docile, almost playful elementals of air, fire, and earth dancing around it. Not too much water in this environment, but you see some earth ones just kind of like dancing, going up into the ground a little bit around it, kind of crawling up its arms. You see around the town of Wyland's Gulch, there's some of these like little wind spirits, these like little wind elementals that just kind of move along and ruffle people's pants and like ruffle people's hair and kind of playfully knock boxes out of people's hands and stuff. And it seems that there are new denizens of Wyland's Gulch, with the Colossus now here, a bunch of little tiny mischievous little elementals. And you see Logan Hartley just kind of like looking up at the Colossus with her hands at her hips and just go, "What are we gonna do about you, big guy?" And she, I think, turns to see the three of you kind of standing there. Well, y'all had something y'all wanted to do, right? This I talked to Grid and Bob, and they told me about their partner, Albie Duncan. and they believe that he might have something to do with kind of these haywire clanks that were up to no good. I don't think he was acting alone by any means. Obviously, the Blackstone mercenary group wants this place too, for all of our Essentia. I don't think it's just those two that are working together. That Brother Tillman that came to town, his weird light vampire cult thing. There's a coordinated effort to take us down, and well, we got to address it. What do you want to do first?
Bronco's going to lean in, kind of conspiratorially. Now, just so you know, Logan, I still think it's about a 70-30 that Bob's just incompetent and is blaming it on an old roommate. But we're going to investigate and find the truth of the matter.
I hope you do. I mean, Grid says that, this guy was off his rocker.
Sure, it's just that Bob has been inconsistent in the past, and if it's not his fault, then I will owe him an apology. But for now, my working theory is Bob it's just Bob.
She's like, no, well, Bob is, and then we cut away to halfway down the town as Bob is making some adjustments to that clank that threw the barrel towards you and those Goliaths, Casimir, and you see that he's making some adjustments and he's got his tool belt. It snags as this thing begins to rotate on its chassis torso, and he's just like, and then you see Grid kind of moving around and trying to get into this thing. Grabs on top of its head, kind of scrambles around goblin style, and then just goes in with some wires and pliers and just pulls a wire. And you see it just... And it slows down, and you see Bobbington there with his mustache fully up, his little shock of white hair up, his goggles kind of askew, so only one of his eyes is massive, the other one is just very tiny in the side of his face, and he's just kind of thank you, Grid. I just thought I had that one under control. No worries, Bobbington. We're teamwork makes the dream work.
We cut back. So, maybe I was wrong, and maybe Bob's the greatest genius of our age.
That's what I think. And Beloved thinks so, too.
Somehow I doubt it, though.
Yeah, you just haven't realized the genius.
I mean, it's possible.
Looking up at this massive Colossus. How could something like this have... Is it correct that this thing in the sky, and pointing up at this massive four-legged beast, did that turn against the town? What happened? If you don't mind me asking.
Logan says, well, it kind of sprung up out of the ground a year ago. We still don't know why. And then it didn't want to destroy nothing then. It just kind of got up and started walking around. It caused, pretty big earthquake, and we lost some good people, and including my pa, lost in some of the debris that fell. But no, I mean, he built something beautiful, and we got a duty to take care of it, But yeah, it seemed like these Blackstone mercenaries with whatever this Blackstone stuff is made it real angry and pointed it right at us, trying to get rid of us and pick up the pieces that we left behind.
That I cannot abide.
No.
We know that there's something about it, sooner rather than later.
I mean, hopefully sooner. They think they might have a lead. They heard about some automata, clank operations happening in Gulch, just a couple of days away from here. They've gotten a whole new slate of automata recently that's helping them mine their, smaller but still, an Essentia deposit. They got some clanks working on mining stuff there, but they got a whole new line of shiny clanks that is helping them to do all that stuff. And that kind of workmanship requires resources and connections, and it doesn't just spring up out of nowhere without those kind of resources and connections. So that might be your first lead.
Good call, Luke.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, then
I mean, I've voted
shall we
head there first.
Yeah. There's also, of course, the Blackstone mercenaries, but their trail's gone cold. Y'all took care of the ones that were nearby. We're gonna have to deal with them eventually. But there's a couple of things that we could address, but this, seems to be the thing that we got the firmest grasp on right now. So if this Albie Duncan fella is out there running around making bots go haywire and sending them our way, well, we best stop them. I'd go with you. I got some contacts there in Goner Gulch, but I got to see to some things here right now. And you see she looks towards the infirmary and kind of smiles and blushes a little bit. Bronco, you incited that she has something with Wyatt Dawnreach, a little bit of an attraction there. But she just kind of like lowers her hat, tips it back up with a flick, and says, "Well, y'all best get on out of here. Talk to the tavern keep if y'all need any supplies or anything like that. But if you're gonna be getting a move on, best be going now."
Yeah.
Ooh, fun. We get to go.
Just need to borrow some horses.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be real fun for Ninefingers to meet a bunch of new people. That's always fun to watch that interaction for the first time. And we'll smash cut. You guys pick up all of the resources that you need, and the three of you are equipped with 3 gorses as mounts, and you guys set out into the landscape of the Drylands, going towards Goner Gulch. The landscape is beautiful. It is hot. There are like waves of heat that rush over you as you ride through. You see off in the horizon there is a massive grit worm that kind of crops up out of the ground and smashes back down. Think like Shai-Hulud dune worm, but smaller in size, more Alaskan bullworm, SpongeBob kind of sized. These
so
grit
still
worms,
gigantic.
Still massive, just not quite Shai-Hulud or whatever. But this grit worm just kind of like as like the scenic over the horizon as you guys ride on your gorses. There are vultures and other things that kind of ride over. Bouts of like tiny elementals that kind of like rush past you. You even see some of them take on kind of anthropomorphic figures, and a couple of them look at you, Bronco, and just kind of like wave as they rush on by. But as you guys come up to the town of Goner Gulch, that's where we'll take our first break. And we'll, I think, come back, at 8? Or do you want to do 15? Or do you want to do a 10?
Yeah, 50. Yeah, 8's pretty good.
Cool. Yeah, I think that now's a good time for a break. When we come back, you guys will be walking into the town of Goner Gulch to investigate their new line of automata.
Well, the last question for myself and for anyone who hasn't seen the this particular what is a gorse? I keep hearing people say that.
So all right, in Avatar how every animal is like 2 animals combined? In this world, for some reason, every animal is combined with a goat. So a gorse is a goat horse. And like a rattlesnake is a gattlesnake. It's a rattlesnake with the head of a goat.
I'm just gonna... Okay.
Yeah, not every animal, but quite a few of them.
Basically, most of them.
Yeah,
there's just a lot of goat animals.
Yeah.
My favorite is a goose.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, one of Bronco's favorite transformations is a googer.
Yeah.
A goat. Cougar.
Oh wait, no, Geiger.
Geiger, that's right. Yeah, Geiger.
Yeah. It's a goat tiger.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
And its teeth. It's like a saber-toothed tiger, except its teeth are goat like ram horns.
Yeah, so they're like
spiraled up.
But yeah, the gorses that you ride kind of have like ram's horns. They have like the sturdy musculature of a horse, but with like the wider kind of body. So think like dwarven mountain goats almost, like that you would see like a dwarf ride in World of Warcraft, but with a more equine body, longer head to it, with like goat eyes. And then like kind of ram style, not all of them have it, but ram style kind of horns on the side too.
Yeah, there's so many gulches. They need to be able to go on like sheer walls, essentially.
Yeah.
So they've adapted.
That's incredible.
But yeah,
Thank you very much for the explanation.
of course.
I'm not able to
How
get
could
that out of
we?
my head.
How could we go forward without explaining horses? But
I'll
yeah,
see you all in 13 minutes.
yeah, we'll join back.
All right. Goodbye.
Back to Lorecasters Presents Play Shift, our Friday night stream where we play awesome, fun TTRPGs. This is our ongoing campaign, Colossus of the Drylands, and we are back. Our heroes have left the town of Wyland's Gulch and have embarked on a journey towards Goner Gulch on a trail tracking down the mastermind of a bunch of automaton clanks that have assailed their town. So we arrive now to Goner Gulch. Goner Gulch is a much, much smaller town, not nearly as booming as Wyland's Gulch. Maybe home to 200-300 people. It is a gulch like Wyland's Gulch, so a kind of a mesa that has been split in two over time. You see that there are towns, kind of like very, very shanty town, very ramshackle, kind of slapped together metal and wood and stone huts and buildings in this place. There looks to be a kind of tavern as you walk in, kind of the largest here, the only 2-story tavern in this building. And then the largest building here, sorry, I should say, is looks to be like a massive sort of warehouse. That doesn't look multiple storied at all, just kind of like one set of windows, one set of massive double sliding barn doors at its front, and then just kind of a few domiciles, houses here and there. As you guys begin to stroll into town, you see that on its western edge, it does seem to have a smaller Essentia deposit. You can easily tell that because it has a lot of like cranks and cranes that overlook a large hole in the ground. Not again, not nearly as wide or robust as the one in Wyland's Gulch, but you see that being lifted out of it on all kinds of artifice and robotic equipment are these cranes that lift Essentia out of the ground, this blue kind of crystal. Let me see if I have a good example. Essentia kind of looks like this, just this very light blue crystal material. Every now and then you'll feel the ground shake and you'll hear kind of like a dull boom underneath the ground as thunder bombs are set off. Thunder bombs are the only thing known to be able to break apart and dislodge Essentia from their housings in the earth. And you hear every maybe couple of minutes there'll be a targeted thunderbomb explosion underneath the ground in this smaller Essentia deposit. But what you notice is that there are a lot of clanks walking around this town. Most of them carrying tools, equipment, even carting kind of wheelbarrows of Essentia towards this main warehouse, this larger kind of warehouse. The doors are guarded by 2 larger automata, kind of 8-foot tall, massive sentries that stand guard at either ends. They close these heavy doors and open them whenever an automata kind of comes by and drops off a wheelbarrow full of Essentia. You do see some humans, some gnomes, a couple goblins, some humanoid creatures here, but it is evident that this town is like at least half of the people in this town now are clanks. As you approach this town, what would you all like to do? What questions do you have? And Daggerheart is a very collaborative system, so ask me questions and we'll fill out the world together.
All right, gather up, y'all. Now, I don't know much about them Rubits, but... and you see his finger is starting to scan the horizon now, but I know they take up a lot of space. So clearly, I think these clanks are being made in, and the finger passes over the warehouse. They're gonna be made in that mine over there, because I think they love the underground.
Yeah, and Ninefingers kind of looks at like where you're pointing, And then kind of looks at you curiously, and it's like, "Are you sure you don't think about the? There's a warehouse right there.
Now,
It's got a big area."
now they all seem to be gathering. I don't understand this newfangled technology. Shut up.
I don't understand it much either. But Beloved doesn't as well.
All right. Should we get the lay of the land?
Me too.
What was that? What was that, Casimir?
Every now and then, and I've seen this happen a couple of times before, there will be a company that comes by and sets up in the town and says, "We have the answers. We have everything that you need. All you need to do is finance our operation. Give us the land. Give us the rights to dig up your essentials, the minerals or the oil or whatever happens to be under your town." And they all end up, and he kind of like brushes his fingers over towards the town like that. It's a damn shame.
I don't know
Your
about
guess is
oil
as
in the
good as mine where
ground.
they're made, though.
Oil doesn't belong in the ground.
No, don't
Why
worry
would
about it.
oil be in the ground? That makes no sense.
And you're thinking that the folks who are from the Anathema Drylands are like, oil? What kind of arcane substance is this? But
Doesn't
you,
that
from
come
where you come from,
olives?
oil is more prevalent from your continent there, Casimir.
Don't worry about it too much. And I'll start making my way there. Do you think that they will recognize us? Perhaps bar us entry? I say from where I am on the road.
Ooh, if you, I mean, if you want to talk about oil, we could use some Geever oil and make some nice perfumes. We could disguise ourselves.
Not what I'm talking about. I mean, the denizens of this village. Do you think there is some kind of a guard or something like that should bar us entry? Just
I got,
Casimir.
no idea.
Casimir, give me.
I ain't been here in like a couple years, and this place has totally changed.
Casimir, give me an instinct roll to perceive if you see any like armed guards around this town.
Sure. Let's go ahead and roll instinct, which is a +0.
And again, you can spend a hope to add any experiences to this, and anybody can spend a hope to give you the help action to add a d6 to this.
I don't think I have any. Oh, I do have 2 extra hope though. Oh yeah, sure. I'll go ahead and spend 1 hope for an advantage. Or is it an advantage? Or just add 2
That's
to the roll?
if somebody else gives you advantage, you can add that to your roll. But if you have any relevant character experiences, actually now might be a good time because we haven't seen you at our table yet. Do you have character experiences that you'd like to share?
Ooh, yeah.
Yes. My first character experience for this is the first one that I wrote down. The scion of a liberator king. The scion of a liberator king. This is his first experience. He is the eldest son of a king who styles himself the liberator and overthrew another more much darker dynasty, kind of a mega corporate dynasty, if you will. So he's seen the effect that unchecked extractionism has on the land. I'll go ahead and add 2 to that roll, I suppose.
Yeah,
Okay.
please do. Yeah, spend a hope, add that experience. You would definitely see a kind of extractive element here.
Cool. This is with fear, but it is a 14.
14 with fear. Yeah, you see all of the telltale signs of all of the infrastructure, all of the money in this town has gone towards the artifice, the things that are grabbing essentia out of the ground. The homes here, the taverns, all of the things that like humans would need and enjoy are the most neglected elements of this town. The thing that is the best built, you see, is that kind of central warehouse that looks to be newer. It has more metal girders and metal plating on the outside than anything else does. The automata
looks pretty nondescript to me.
Look shiny and new. And the people here, the people that you do see, are kind of walking around in dusty clothes and garb. And some of them have like weapons and things like, for self-defense here and there. But you see shiny and new automata and equipment here. As far as people that are guarding this, you don't see anything that would bar your entry into town, but you do see a heavy entry presence around the essentia deposit itself, like that big hole in the ground. There are these like tank style automata that go around with these like triangle style rounded treadmill legs that just kind of two of them that just kind of round this place. Looks like they're looking for any intruders, anybody that might be trying to pick up any rogue essentia in this deposit. And then you see the armed forces that would be around here are kind of like holding large arcane blunderbusses and firearms, especially those two near the warehouse itself, and then some smaller ones near and around that warehouse.
Yeah. Looks like we're not just gonna... We can probably walk in, but if we do any business here, any dirty business, then it will probably be difficult to...
That's my favorite kind of business, is the dirty business. So is Beloved's. But I can cast glamour.
The range can reach out from here?
Someone else.
You can still talk to your beloved from all the way out here?
Of course, my beloved is always with me.
Wow, that's impressive magic.
I
mean, it's just my beloved. And he shushes the skull and kind of puts it. It's like, no, we can't do that. Bronco's a friend, and then puts it away.
Okay. Sorry. What were you saying? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Certainly cool.
Oh, I can cast a glamour upon myself that I can appear as anyone.
That's impressive.
You are very small.
As long as it's about my size, so I can appear as like basically another fairy or another small creature.
All right, Ninefingers, you know my dark secret that I can use magic. Casimir, I'm gonna be honest with you from the jump. I can use magic. I can turn into animals. So I mean, I could be pretty nondescript as well. But I mean, Casimir, you're kind of like a beacon of beauty. You kind of stand out. You're a little too hot. And this is the desert.
Sorry. I get that a lot.
Do you have any way to disguise yourself or go incognito?
I can. He takes his hair and then he like flips it the other way. Does that help?
You're even hotter. Shit.
Damn it.
Unfortunately,
like looking genuinely concerned.
You're beautiful.
We gotta fix this. Oh man, my finesse rolls a -2. Okay.
Hey, design what you're doing around those stats, baby.
Yeah.
Let me. It might be best if. Okay, hold on. We know that we need to find this individual, Abri. Something.
Yeah, you know the individual you are looking for is a gnome named Albie Duncan.
Yeah.
Albie.
It's
Where
Albie.
would this?
I've heard of another Albie. This one was a racist dragon, though. Freddie.
I think
Flight of the
Albie
Conchords
is one of
fans
those
out there.
names. think Albie is one of those names that everyone knows someone who they don't like with that name.
Yeah.
I have never heard this name in my life.
You are from a foreign land. How could you have known such a prestigious name as Albie Duncan?
Who is this? Oh, such a foreign name. God. But
they would have
perhaps...
told you that Albie is short for Albert, but yeah, they called him Albie.
I see. Perhaps a meeting can be arranged with this Albert individual? Some way to draw him out of the town? Or, barring that, we just go in, and if we need to, we fight our way out. I am not opposed to or unfamiliar with this breach and charge tactic.
You have very fancy ways of saying things. Beloved and I enjoy it. But I think we can just walk in and I think we can ask questions. We are unknown here.
Okay, let's walk in and ask questions. Okay.
Yeah, you talk like you got educated. It's a little unfamiliar. I'm very impressed by everything that you do and say. Just have to say that.
I deeply apologize.
No, don't.
We
Please
shall go. Wait, let's just go. Let's go. It's time. And I'll kind of a little bit miffed. I'll pull my clothes around myself a little bit tighter. And
I grew up around
make our way into the...
like creatures, like animals. Sorry. I feel like I'm making a fool of myself.
No, I grew up around animals as well.
It's just
and you see like the mental shots of like...
I've never talked to a prince. You're so cool.
As you all go, yeah, go ahead.
Would you like an autograph? No.
I mean, if that's sure, I would love one actually.
You know what? Just for that, Casimir will pull out a slip of clean paper from what looks like kind of a document bag that he keeps on him. It's not like an adventurer's pack. It is very much like a laptop bag kind of situation. And he'll draw a piece of clean paper, which may be the only clean piece of paper you've ever seen. And with a little bit of his own blood, like he'll prick it with one of his sharp fingernails, which looks like it has a needle, like a steel needle kind of embedded in it. He'll prick his finger and create a crest, like the same crest that you saw, and the same 3 characters that you saw Kai-sama here. Now, this is very valuable, okay? You shall not sell it to the wrong kind of person, but as long as you keep it safe with you, I shall be fine, and so shall you. And he'll hand it off to you.
Sorry, he takes it.
Yeah.
Blows on it to dry it. Sees it's already dry. It's a miracle. Just gonna tucks it into his duster. All right. Sorry. Let's get to business.
Glorious.
You astride your 3 horses. You ride on into town, cantering. What building or who would you like to speak to? What does your troop do as they enter?
We must find a native, someone who looks especially dirty. The bones say it's that way, and Beloved agrees.
You see a furbolg gentleman, kind of long, cow-eared, kind of cow-nosed kind of face, long, droopy hair over his eyes. He is carrying like a large keg of some sort of alcohol or water maybe, but you hear it sloshing around inside, and he is like ambling very slowly, holding this keg, and walking it towards it seems like the tavern at the center of town.
Does he appear to be dirty?
Oh yeah, he appears to be pretty dirty. His breeches are like definitely patchwork. You see his like cow hooves kind of coming out of the bottom. The very capri style pants are very tattered at the bottom, and his fur just looks matted and dirty. But he's just kind of moving his way on towards the tavern here.
Yeah, Ninefingers rolls some bones in a cup, and it splays out, and he's like, yes, that one. The one with the capris. Must question that one. And Ninefingers kind of like floats over and kind of examines very closely and uncomfortably close the furbolg.
You're floating.
I think the term is flying, but yes, I am. Thank you.
Oh yeah, floating implies that you sometimes touch the ground, which I don't think you do. Hello, I am Kelly. What is your name?
I'm like this close to. I'm like examining. I was like, yes, this is the one that Bones told me to talk to. I am Ninefingers.
The bones?
It's not important, but what is important is you may have information for us.
I hope the bones speak highly of me.
Very awkward. Like,
oh, the Bones speak very highly of you, but if it was between you and me, I would not go venturing into any enclosed spaces in the next 2 weeks.
Like my house? Or my job?
Oh, no, I mean, if you're you have to crawl into an oven, specifically, I don't know, an oven, or maybe underneath a sink.
You see, when you say oven and sink, he's just like,
I'm a busboy. Should I just not do my job?
I mean, I just wouldn't go.
I gotta clean those things out.
I might get somebody else to do it for you, at least for the next 2 weeks. You can say you have a bag back or something.
Oh, yeah. There's all kinds of people. There's all kinds of things that are doing jobs for us right now. I'm sure I can just get one of the clanks to do it.
Ah, you say clank. That's exactly what I was asking about. So, where did you get these clanks from?
Mayor Duncan. He came to town and started making a bunch of them for us for free. And it's taken up we got all kinds of free time now to, crochet, play cards, sit around quietly in our houses, not really doing nothing. But they're kind of, giving a helping hand.
So, that's the Duncan's plan. Is this, I would assume, Mayor Albie Duncan?
Oh, so you know him. Well, he really doesn't like being called Albie.
It is a really bad name. Yes, I understand why.
He really just kind of prefers Mr. Duncan, or else he gets real mad.
No, that's good to know as well. I do not want to make him upset or anything. We can't call him that either, beloved, as he puts the skull back into his pouch. It's like, oh, you come out of the pouch so often.
So, couldn't help but notice you've got kind of a humanoid skull on you. Am I in danger?
Oh, no. I mean, yes, but only if you go into an enclosed space.
Just ovens and sinks and enclosed spaces. Got it.
Yeah,
cool.
Anything that's pretty tight. I mean, a house or a building is fine, but the bones were kind of unclear about it's either under sink or in oven. I don't know. Just don't clean oven, don't clean under sink. It's fine. So,
kind of just don't do my job for 2 weeks. Okay. Shouldn't be a problem.
You see his
mayor.
His arms are shaking at this point because he's carrying such a heavy cask.
Yeah, I start looking through my pouch for bones, and I start piling bones on top of the keg randomly. So, could you point me in the direction of where the mayor is? And it's okay. No, don't be afraid. 'Afraid. 'Don't be afraid. 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 'Don't
Well, the mayor said
You see the bones are like shaking on top of the cask. They're like telling you portents and fortunes as they like change and roll and shift on top of this.
I like gasp. I'm like,
roll 2d12 for me. Your hope and your fear, and let me know if your hope or your fear is higher.
okay. Hope is higher. 17 total with hope.
Okay.
With 10. Yeah.
Yeah, the portents are giving you a good fortune for this fellow.
All right. So yeah, just as long as you stay from underneath any sort of like enclosed space, you'll be fine. Real quick before I let you go, do you know where the mayor is?
He said he was out of town visiting some associates, and we would be well taken care of by his, well, he said machinations, and it sounded a little ominous, but I'm sure he meant machines.
I see. Do you know where he assembles the machines?
Well, they're just kind of sometimes new ones every morning when we wake up. Sometimes we say, hey, we need help with this, and this would be better, and this would be easier to do, and new ones show up that do that kind of job for us. So if I say, hey, is there one that can kind of clean ovens and fix sinks and go into enclosed spaces? I'm sure we'd find one tomorrow.
I mean, this is from one fairy to a furbolg. Maybe... obviously you don't want to go in any enclosed spaces because the bones say something might bad happen, but if you don't, everything's going to be fine. But I just think that maybe you should not rely so much on automata, these clanks. It could come back to bite you in the end.
They're gonna bite my end?
I think so, yes.
I don't think,
The bones, they don't lie.
I don't think Mayor Duncan has given any of those specific designations yet, but I'll keep my eye out for teeth on my end.
You know what? I think in general, that's probably a good piece of advice that you probably should obey at all times, even in the next 2 weeks. And I like sweep the bones back into a pouch and everything, and then I shush the beloved and I say, "Thank you very much, sir. You can go about. You don't need to shake on my hand. I am not that fearful. I don't think looking. Actually, I am a little bit creepy. All right. Anyways, have a wonderful night."
Okay.
The second he takes a step forward, his body, like all his muscles, seize up from the conversation that he's been having with you, and the cask just slides between his arms and shatters on the ground, and you see a bunch of like ale just pour out all over the ground here.
Darn it. Okay. Well, there's my week's of pay.
He just kind of like saunters on into the tavern.
That's a shame.
And I go back over to the group and I'm like, okay, I think we have a good idea now. This Albie Duncan we're looking for is the mayor who's been making automata for everything for free. So I think it is an insidious plan to get them all to be very lazy.
I overheard the last part. He's creating robots to bite people's butts?
I think we're dealing with an evil genius.
Wow. I mean, that plan, maybe I'm not smart enough to see the genius in it, just biting people's butts, but hey, I believe you.
I mean, it depends on how hard they bite the butts, and it could be very unpleasant. Very unpleasant.
Or pleasant enough to make people lazy. Bite enough gentle nibbles on your butt, and that's all you can think about.
I don't normally kink shame, but I think that we may need to, because kink shame, kink same. I understand. So, but I feel that you may be onto something about this. It could cause this slothful natures of these village people to come out.
Now I don't get it. So like, if they're making robots that do everybody's like job, like, are they still getting paid for their job, or is everyone just going to be destitute, and then the people making the robots get all the money?
Well, it's my thought that if this Duncan can basically make all these automatons, and they're doing it for free, nothing ever costs nothing. In my mind, if he gets enough of these automatons available, he can take over the town very easily. If he can switch them on or basically turn them against their, the village people, the Gulch people.
Yeah, dang. And then they're gonna turn YMCA into something it was never meant to be.
I heard it's fun to be there.
Maybe not
but
for long.
It's not. It would not be fun with these automata turning evil and enslaving the population.
Yeah. All right.
Casimir is just like lying on some rocks nearby. He's created a fan out of blood, and he's just kind of fanning himself and being just as lazy as everyone else in the town, actually. But when he hears enslaving people, he perks up. Did you find any leads on where the this Albi individual might be?
The nice Furbolg that's going to die horribly in an oven accident. He said that.
What?
Hey, the bones don't lie. I told him to stay away from ovens, but you know how fate is. There's going to be something that draws him inexorably towards an oven.
The more he tries to avoid it, the more he's going to be drawn toward it. Yeah.
It's the fates do not lie, and it is set in stone as it were. It's as unfortunate
this
to be
bear.
Yes.
Yes. Where?
The young Furbolg who will die horribly in an oven accident is told me that the mayor is out of town.
Oh. Okay.
To meet up with some associates.
All right.
We have a couple of options.
Should we try to figure out where the mayor went, or do you think the mayor is full of shit?
I was hoping that maybe with the mayor out of the town, we might be able to do some investigation about where the automata the mayor makes for everyone is made. And Bob and that goblin fellow showed me what to look for. It's a very intricate copper wiring that is some sort of device that can make the automata go haywire.
Yeah, and I think he gave you a couple of them to keep with you, Ninefingers, like the couple that he pulled out of some of those automata. He's like, oh, well, if you look at this, I think you probably either just took it from him. He's just, yep, you can. I'm sure there's plenty more.
Yes, they are shiny, and I like shiny.
But the understanding that you got from them is that these redirect energy in a way that sends energy to all the wrong kind of places in the automata, that all of the impulses and commands that they are normally meant to do are randomized instead. So there's not necessarily, it's not like a mind control, it is just a fire on all cylinders at once until this robot explodes in, by overloading its core kind of thing.
If you don't mind me asking, what did this patchwork circuit, whatever you want to call it, what effect? Or does that have any relevance to the black stone, the black metal that was infecting your friend Wyatt?
No, I don't think so. Just because I didn't see any sort of black metal on it, right?
Yeah, you saw
copper wire.
Yeah, you saw no correlation between the Blackstone and the machinations of Albi Duncan.
It's more of a thematic connection than an actual literal, the same effect happening type of connection.
Of course.
Sure.
You see a gorse in a stable, just like kind of like looks towards you and just kind of gives you a knowing nod.
Son of a...
Incredible. Yeah, the gorse.
Let's go. Let's head towards that warehouse.
Above stable, yeah. He just kind of like nods at you.
We need to get away from this fucking gorse. Let's go towards that warehouse.
Yeah. As you begin to get closer to this warehouse, you see it is like a good like 3 stories high. You don't think that it looks like there's stairs or anything in here when it opens up. Every few minutes, with people kind of moving in with automata parts. You see some of them, like one automata walks in, humanoid kind of structure to it. One of its arms looks like it's like falling off and looks like there's like dents, like maybe some sort of debris struck it down in the mines. And there's like some blue Essentia sparks that are kind of shooting out of it. It walks in here, and when the doors open, you see it's just a large, massive kind of warehouse with welding sparks moving about. You see some robotic arms and some like humanoid clanks are in there like constructing other clanks. So it is a warehouse for constructing clanks and also for storing large amounts of Essentia that are being mined. But just based on the Essentia that you do see in there, you wonder if there is a level below this, because you're not seeing anything above or like in the rafters or anything like that. It's just a wide open space, and you're wondering if there's maybe something below.
Sort of puff up my chest like I own the place. Just keep on walking. And keep walking into the building to see if anyone stops us. Acting like we own the place.
Yeah. You see, are you walking towards the building while the doors are open, or while they're closed?
While they're open, and if it's like starts to close as we approach, then just do sort of like a casual like, oh yeah, we knew the doors were gonna be closed, so let's just shoot the shit. And doors are opening now. All right, let's go on in like we were supposed to.
Yeah, give me a presence roll, Bronco.
I don't know.
Acting like you belong here is really kind of half the battle.
Yep.
Acting like I belong in a place is like part of my thing.
Oh yeah, can I help?
That's
can
kind of
I
my
help him instead?
Sure, you can give the help action to Casimir.
Okay,
yeah, I'm gonna spend a hope,
too.
but I'm gonna help you instead of rolling myself, because I'm sure you're better at it than me.
Okay, fantastic. Oh yeah, my presence roll is at least a +1.
Mm-hmm. And if you have any relevant experiences here, you may add it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and spend a hope with my hunted royalty experience. I am definitely royalty, but I have not always been safe everywhere I go. So sometimes the best disguise is to make it look like I belong.
Yeah,
Instead
absolutely.
of actually doing so.
Spend that hope, add that roll, so you can add a d6 to this from the help, and then you can also add your. I think for you it'd be a +2 right now.
So that is a hope 3, but also a fear 3. I think that counts as a critical.
That's a critical.
Nice.
Holy shit, that's a crit.
Woo.
So, real quick,
Nice.
mechanic wise, on a crit in Daggerheart, you get. It's a crit, so you get your roll, you get what you're looking for. You also get to add a hope and clear a stress. So if you had any stress marked, you could clear that. But as you walk in, as you walk up, kind of chest puffed out with your royal kind of garb on, you see these 2 automata, these 8-foot tall, kind of like hulking humanoid creatures. It looks like they even have like kind of minotaur like horns that come out not from like the top but like around the side, and they each carry like a massive like single-barreled firearm in each of their hands, kind of like mirroring one another. One holds it like this, one holds it like this. And as the doors are opening and that kind of dented automata walks in, they look down at you all. They say, "What is your business?" In unison.
We're here to perform an investigation of the premises. We had some strange incidents happen nearby, and we just want to make sure that everything's looking good. As if I am, someone important
Yeah.
who's here to inspect the premises. I have another like sheaf of paper out, and I have like a pen that has definitely been dipped in my own blood as ink. But anyone with a clipboard looks official, so I'm here looking official.
You see, they kind of like look at each other. They both kind of like bark a little bit out of their necks, like unsure what to do here. And you see they just kind of like
Come on,
and they're both
I don't have all day.
in unison glitching together. And you get the sense that that's not going to stop anytime soon. So you are not hindered on your way in.
Yeah, I just float on past after they just kind of glitch out, and it's like, very good job, bureaucracy. That always disables people.
These two massive minotaur automata that could probably kill you in a couple hits are just glitching out because you're too dripped out, I guess. And you are able to walk into this, and you see behind you mechanically the doors close. Goosh. And you are within this warehouse now. Inside you see, this warehouse is probably, a good, like 60 feet, 60 yards wide, I should say. It's more like rectangular in shape. You see that floating along girders, along these like I-beams, are these on rails, kind of these like robotic arms that go back and forth. Definitely everything here is very much powered by Essentia. There are like lines of like copper wire that stretch everywhere that are just glowing blue with energy. And these Essentia arms are just kind of like moving around, twisting things, picking things up, putting them down, screwing them in, and constructing other automata bodies here. You see some that are very humanoid in shape, some that are like even Gorse-like in shape, some robotic arms that are constructing other robotic arms. Things they're constructing mining equipment. You see some that are constructing drills. Go for it. They're constructing like Essentia tipped drills there. And yeah, all kinds of artifice occurring here. You don't see any humanoids in this place. What would you like to do?
So there's machines making machines. This seems very revolutionary. One might say paradigm breaking.
This could get out of control real quick. Especially if they're all wired with... Wait a second. I will see if I can find any stations that are inserting the K-wire chip into the robots that are being built.
Very cool. Good question. Give me a instinct roll. Or you can get, this can be, I will say this can be knowledge or instinct, your choice.
I think I'll make this roll with knowledge as I look for the right part in the process. Like before the shoulder blades are fully assembled, I want to see if there's like an insert that occurs.
Sure, yeah.
So I'm tracking the process. Let's make a knowledge roll. Oh no. That's a 17 with hope.
17 with hope. Take that hope. Don't forget to mark that hope.
Yeah.
It's not evident. It's not very obvious that like here's where we're making the things to send to Wyland's Gulch to fuck with them and steal all their Essentia. What you do notice is a big coil of this copper wire, right? And you follow along some of the lines. You kind of move around, and you have the run of this place. There's no security like within this building. Just kind of every robot, every automata and clank is kind of just doing its job here. Not a lot of agency, just directives and prompts here. And you follow along some of these, and you see a place where the copper wires are being like wound very tightly onto little cylinders and then like cut and then moved down, and then another like little spool is being wound up. So you see a place where some of these are being manufactured, but you kind of had to follow along the different lines of this massive spool of copper wire. And it is off in a kind of corner of this warehouse here. As you walked in, it's like the far back right corner. And it seems that there is like a section that is dedicated to building battle boxes. And battle boxes are these awesome, cute little cubes that have 6 skull faces on them, and they all each box, as it is being constructed, you see has a different mechanism. One that shoots fire, one that shoots kind of like a poison gas, one that shoots like other metal projectiles from it. This is a battle box.
Would you look at that?
And you see them kind of being stacked on top of one another, and then you see that stack disappear into the floor.
Okay.
Panel kind of opens up, and a stack of like 6 of these battle boxes shoot down into the ground, and then the panel closes. It's open very briefly.
Oh, those are the
Does
same
anyone
things
else
we
think
saw.
about-
Yes, no, I remember seeing that. It's and getting on the bad end of one of those beams it can throw out.
They could be bad. I think we just gotta lock in. He's gonna like... I think he's gonna turn into a spider and crawl onto Casimir's shoulder.
Okay. I think... Could I make another... And you can let me know what kind of roll this is, Carter. But I want to see if I can jam the... Like, I'll wait for the thing to open again. But by that time, I want to have, like, a door jam ready to, like, shunt into it.
Sure.
So that
Yeah.
we can hop into that same area.
Yeah, there's enough metallic bits and pieces that you can find something wide enough that would jam that door open, no problem. You find like a wide arm. It looks like the arm of like one of those Minotaur automata outside that is like halfway through being constructed. You kind of like pull it off of its like arm assembly line, and you're able to jam that forward. It's like it doesn't even have any like flexibility yet. It is just like fully like a rigid piece of metal. And you jam that arm down in between, and it just kind of holds that jam open. You see other battle boxes that are currently being opened. One of the skeleton mouth opens, and this little haywire coil is put inside. You see other kind of like little spinning gears and stuff in there. But as with this box open, you see this one kind of like stops on its line in this conveyor belt, and another one behind it kind of stops, and it begins to kind of pile up in chaos here as it seems that this door is connected to its ability to slide on top of it and move down. So you've definitely disrupted something in the flow here, but the door is open, so that might complicate things later, but currently you have a way down into this shaft.
Well, there's no time quite like the present. And Casimir's just gonna hop in.
Yeah. With Bronco on your shoulder as a little guider.
With Bronco on my shoulder, if you will have it.
Yeah. Ninefingers, do you join?
I'm like, well, this the bones didn't describe this, but let's go. And yeah, Ninefingers will join.
Yeah. You guys slide down into this kind of like maintenance shaft. It is about like 6 feet by 6 feet, and you guys fall down. You see that there is a conveyor belt running that kind of collects this. You see the most recent kind of stack of battle boxes is already like 20 feet down this line, and you find yourselves in a kind of a second level to this warehouse, almost like as large as this, but you see there are some more walls and things cordoning things off, and there is the telltale unmistaken glowing blue of Essentia in this place, as it is being sorted out by different robot arms based on like size and shape. It is being placed on different conveyor belts. You follow one of those conveyor belts down. You're not seeing any automata down here quite yet, just a lot of conveyor belts and arms moving things around. If you continue to follow one of these conveyor belts down that are sorting each of these Essentia crystals, kind of like a coin sorter, you see them moving into these kind of chambers that once enough of them have moved in, like you see a good like 20 pieces of Essentia about this big are moved into this chamber, and you see the chamber seals off, and it seals off on its other side as well. And then you hear this hum of energy. Bronco, give me a instinct roll.
Ooh, okay. That's a 20 with hope.
20 with hope. Take that hope. You notice and you recognize this resonance that you only have ever felt around Blackstone. And you look at this chamber that they've slid inside. It's almost like, you know, the old style, like kind of Green Lantern that he would hold, that like it kind of has those like circular ends on each side, but it's huge. It's massive, like cauldron sized, and it shuts off at either end, and it looks like this entire like lantern style structure looks to be made of Blackstone. And this resonance energy, as it hums inside, you see a large tube of energy at the top and a bunch of coiled wire begin to extract all of this pure blue Essentia energy. And then about a minute later, the doors open back up again and a new batch slides in. And when that batch slides out, you see that the Essentia is dull. It is not charged, it is not bright with that energy. It is like all of the power from within that Essentia has been extracted. And you see that glowing blue energy kind of like travel down into sort of like a large battery structure inside this place that just continues to fill and pulse with blue energy. And you see there are other wires that go into like little individual pieces that are like smaller boxes themselves that charge with energy, and then once they are like filled, shut off, and you have like a cube battery that is like sealed off on each side just by some sort of like steel or metal, and that goes along a conveyor belt that drops it into its own kind of little stack, and you see stacks upon stacks of these essentially like Essentia batteries. But you see that this Blackstone machine, this like cauldron lantern kind of style structure, is doing something to just straight up extract all of the blue energy out of this and spit out like the crystalline material itself. And you see that the crystalline material just kind of gets dumped into different piles based on like the size and the structure of them. But a whole massive operation of Essentia extraction and refinement here happening.
Yeah, just a spider whisper in your ear. They're pulling out all the magic out of them crystals, putting them into them batteries. Are the batteries glowing? Like, are they?
They glow. Yeah, they glow, and then they kind of like shut like a camera lens, and they hold everything. And so you see them glow as they're like charged, and then as the second like the energy in the coil dies, they shut like a camera shutter, and then they close themselves off.
I'm gonna scope out the place, and I think I'm gonna hop off of Casimir's shoulder. And since most of the light here is kind of being like either closed off or extracted or contained by the Blackstone, I'm going to try to sneak my way through and see if any like people in the area. So I'm going to try to sneak if I can.
Give me a finesse roll.
Okay. I think I have advantage. Yeah, I have advantage while I'm a spider while doing this. That is 14 plus 2. Wait. Plus 3. So 17 with hope.
17 with hope. You feel that you are undetected by the robotic elements in this room.
Are there any people?
Yeah, as you look forward, you do not see any humanoids here. You see that there are some like chassis of automata, like humanoid automata, some of those like minotaur like automata too, but you do not see any people here.
How many?
You go further.
Oh, sorry. How many clanks are there?
Planks? No, there are no clanks that are like actively like walking around and like moving and doing things. You just see like there are currently like disrepaired or maybe even prototype elements down here that are currently being made. You see that there's one that is currently being constructed by like 2 sets of robotic arms, and it looks like a humanoid that is a similar size and build as the furball gentleman that you saw Ninefingers talking to before. And you see the arms begin to like hold it aloft, and then it like curls itself into like a little ball, like the droids from Phantom Menace.
Sure.
And you see
Droidecas?
it like, yeah, you see it like it put it into like a little square hole. Like this is something that can collapse itself and put itself into a small hole. And then you see little like arms spring out of it and begin to like scrub the inside of this box with like steel wool. Like they've already begun to make the replacement for this guy's job.
Holy shit. Okay. I'm gonna go back to my party. Say they're not just trying to make things easier for everybody. They're copying everybody and replacing them. I don't know how long meat has in this metal town.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think that we have a lot to do. I wonder if these batteries are explosive.
Also an excellent question. We can't just wipe this town off the map, though. It seems a little wrong, doesn't it?
I'd have to concur with our new friend. I think we gotta at least get the still living people out before. I mean, what if we could use the batteries?
Suppose. Yeah, maybe we can, but also we can find maybe where it's being controlled from and shut that down without blowing up everything.
I think that's a great plan. Maybe D. For, damn, those batteries just exploded.
When Ninefingers says shut down, I'm going to spend a fear here in this moment.
You got a lot of fear you got built up.
I got a lot of fear. And you see all of the arms, all of the automata, like construction arms that are like going along these rails, just kind of like stop. And like Dr. Octopus's arms in Spider-Man 2, they just kind of like, and they all rotate and orient themselves in Ninefingers' directions when in his direction when he says shut down. And you see they kind of like even like cock their like artificial heads a little bit.
Not you. I was talking about the other robots.
You see one arm above you moves down, and you see its claw is already open, and it begins to go down to grab your head. I need a reaction roll from you.
Okay.
This will be agility reaction roll.
Not evasion.
This will be agility to move out of the way.
Okay, all right. It's a 15 with fear.
15. So hope and fear don't matter for reaction rolls. So 15 is the DC for this. So you roll out of the way as this thing begins to turn you into essentially a Dave and Buster's grab toy. You are able to just move out of the way as this thing goes tink and almost gets some of your hair here, and then begins to pull itself up. The other arms begin to move towards you all.
Ooh.
I'm going to need Bronco and Casimir to make similar rolls as well.
It's a Gasha
boy.
Non, where Non is 9 and 9 is Ninefingers. I got this is a finesse? Agility?
This is
my goodness.
but you both of you are making agility reaction rolls to stop from being grabbed.
That's a 10 with fear.
10's gonna fail.
I thought that was a 7, but that's a 1. Oh no, that's a 12.
Oh, no.
I thought I did so good.
Both of you get grabbed, and both of you will take. I rolled quite high. You are both going to take 11 points of physical damage as these things not only grab you, but like sink their sharp claws into you.
Do they see the
Bronco,
spider?
Yes, yeah, they just like go towards like whatever is like animated in this room, whatever is like not a clank, and one like delicate little arm goes up and it looks like a tube, and then it shoots out like a little grappling hook and it grabs your little spider form. Kind of like, like the drain snakes that you're like,
Yes.
comes out. Yeah, one just like grabs you and kind of like pulls you into it a little
Yoink.
bit, and you find yourself like restrained at the edge of this tube with 8 of your legs kind of popping out. And then Casimir as well, you see 2 of these arms kind of come by. You dodge by one of them, but the other one grabs you around the chest and you find yourself restrained. Both of you are unable to move, and you both take 11 points of physical damage.
I'm gonna use an armor and
So,
reduce that by 1.
okay. Yeah. I was going to say, you feel that piece of paper that you have on you start to heat up. It is a lifeblood talisman, and you can use it to spend a hope to reduce the number of hit points that you take from damage by 1. But you can
Ooh. Okay.
just FYI.
So you can save your
Meanwhile,
armor.
that is my threshold. You said 11 points. If it's on my threshold, then I take the next level, right?
Yes, yeah, meets it, beats it.
I'm gonna save that because I'm
Well,
a
meets it,
little
beats
more
it,
like
I take 2.
hard up on hope than health right now.
Sure.
Okay.
But Ninefingers, you see your 2 friends are restrained by some of these arms here. And before you move to respond in any way, you all hear over some sort of intercom system here, whether arcane or artificial, you hear, "Well, if it isn't the heroes of Wyland's Gulch, welcome to my humble abode. Too bad you just missed me. Seems I'm out of town at the moment, but I've left my toys to give you a warm welcome to Goner Gulch. And boy, aren't you gonna be goners soon."
That son of a bitch. He likes wordplay.
That's
Everyone
right.
watch out!
That-
Watch your words! He's gonna play with them.
The spotlight returns to you all. What would you like to do in this moment?
As soon as I take damage, something starts to change about Casimir. So you may go ahead and go first, but a transformation begins to occur as I mark a stress.
Okay.
Ninefingers is like, well, that doesn't really strike me as a very fair play, but I think my beloved and I have a little bit of something to say about that. And as he says this, like beetles start pouring out of his mouth and start coating all around him
Oh,
as
God.
he casts Conjure Swarm. Takara
Oh.
armored beetles. So when you take next take damage, reduce the severity by 1 threshold, and I can spend a hope to keep the beetles conjured after taking damage.
Okay.
So I'm like now covered in beetles as I'm like looking around. As I do that, then I try to get up to. Are you still like spidery?
Yeah, my
Bronco?
body's like fully grabbed by like a metal hook though.
Okay. I would say that I just move immediately to Casimir to try to see what I could do to like, I don't know, pry one of the hands away from that's restraining you.
Yes, yeah, you see this like articulated arm that is rising from one of these I-beams, just kind of like it has a single joint as it goes off, and it kind of curls to the right, pulling him. You can either try to pull this thing off, or you can try to attack the arm itself to try to get it to dislodge. What would you like to do?
I think I'll try to like just try to pry it off. I feel like would probably be the best. I am not try to get it like mostly trying to get in there like with like I don't know like a bigger piece of bone that he has in his pouch o bones to try to like basically pry the fingers open.
Yeah. Give me. I think that's just gonna be a strength roll.
I was hoping finesse, but we'll go strength.
Yeah, just to actively pry. Yeah, I'm gonna ask for strength.
That's a good point. Holy shit. Okay. Wow. Nice. That is 18 with hope.
18 hope. You take a hope, and you are fully able.
That's a -1 too.
Thing has like 3 arms on it. You're able to pry one of them off, and Casimir, you are freed from the restrained condition.
Fantastic. Casimir is let go by this mechanical arm, but the effect has already taken hold. Whatever the arm did actually pierced through his skin, and he puts a hand up to you, as if like saying, "Don't come any closer." But he's already gone a little bit nonverbal at this point, as blood starts to ooze out of his chest and form around him into a demonic shape, replete with claws that extend into the very close range. He is going to like kind of pull himself up, look up at the arms, maybe particularly the ones that are grabbing my spidery friend, and just pick an arm up and take a slash, drawing his short sword with his other hand. So I'm going to move up to melee range and make a hand rune attack at melee range, which is powered up by my paired short sword, against one of those machines.
Yeah, give me an attack roll.
Right. And attack. That is a 15 with fear.
With fear, a 15 will meet this thing's difficulty, but I will take the spotlight after this. Go ahead and roll your damage against this thing, because the intention here is actively damage and not like prying it off. So it may not, depending on what damage threshold you meet against this thing.
I think,
I'm
and that's the
going to
move.
roll. Let's see. Oh, sorry. I don't want that.
What's your proficiency?
This is
it-
a big attack. In my proficiency is 2, but I am in my altered form,
Ooh,
so I'm going to be rolling 3d10 plus
Ooh.
2.
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, and that is quite the roll. A 9, an 8, and a 10 for 29 damage total.
Whoa.
29 damage total. Is this thing severe damage? Instead of like prying it
Hell
off or
yeah.
anything, you fully just like sever the arm that is holding your, like, it's a delicate arm that's holding the spider, and you are able to just rip right through it. It does like hit the ground, and you Bronco hit the ground with it, but as it hits the ground, you see the springs in it let go, and you fully just like lets you go midair, and you're able to land safely on the ground here in your spider form. with that, I will steal the spotlight here, and you will see, looks like you two are gonna put up a fight. Oh, this'll be real fun then. Oh shit, 3, fuck, I hate spiders. And you see that stack of 6 battle boxes. 3 of them begin to like...
Whoa.
And you see eyes begin to ignite on these battle boxes, and 3 of them are not fully empowered yet, but he's able to juice 3 of them up in time to run up into combat with you, and these 3 battle boxes will move into combat. I will spend 2 more of my fear here to activate the other 2, but all 3 of them will be taking attacks against each of you. Fun thing about a battle box is their movements are random, so I will roll a d6 for each of you to see what you get. Starting with Ninefingers. 2. Fire jets. The box shoots into the air, spinning and releasing jets of flame. Make an attack roll against all targets within close range, which is just going to be you here. So I'm going to roll the d20. Ooh, boy, that is a natural 20. That's a natty 20. I'm using, it's sacrilege because I'm using D&D dice for Daggerheart, but that one is going to be
They're all in
max damage.
Family.
So this one does 2d8, so automatically, because in Daggerheart, damage dice explode, that is going to be an exploding damage die. So I take the full damage first, so that's already going to be 16 points of magic damage to you, Ninefingers, plus an additional 2d8 on top of that. So I rolled low, so 5. So that's going to be a total of 21 points of magic damage to you as one of these boxes shoots out towards you and bakes you alive with its flame jet coming out from that skeletal mouth. That's to you, Ninefingers. Let's see what we get for Casimir. Casimir, 5.
As a quick reaction, real quick, I want to hex it because it caused any damage, so I'm going to hex that battle box.
Okay. Battle box 1 is hexed.
Yeah, that's it. It's your the condition lasts until the GM spends a number of fear equal to your specialist trait to remove it, or you hex on the creature.
Okay, cool. That one is absolutely hexed. I got a 5 for Casimir, so you're going to get hit with a stunning clap. The box leaps and their sides clap, creating a small sonic boom. All creatures within very close range must succeed on a strength reaction roll or become vulnerable until the cube is defeated. So because it is very close range and you just freed your friend Bronco here, Bronco, I'm going to need both of you to make me a strength reaction roll, Bronco and Casimir.
I have, while I'm in this form, I have an extra die on my agility and strength action rolls. Does that count for this?
Yes, absolutely. This is a strength reaction roll.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and roll that, which would be an 18 with hope. I'm assuming that...
That succeeds. Yes, that is above their difficulty. You are not marked vulnerable. Bronco, what about you?
Hey, Carter, what's the lowest you can roll in this game? A 2 and a 1?
3.
Yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got.
Yeah. Yeah, baby.
And
Bronco,
of course, the 1 was on the fear die. I'm a halfling. I could reroll if the 1 was on the hope die.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, if the 1 was on the hope die, never mind. Okay.
Bronco, there's a sonic clap that is emitted from this. Something about Casimir's blood form is able to rebuff that kind of sonic boom. You are just fully smacked through the air against one of these like steel girders, and you're smacked against it, and you're just kind of there stunned on the ground. You are marked vulnerable, which means any attack I take against you has advantage until that box is defeated. So BB2 has Bronco vulnerable. But you are vulnerable to all attack rolls. Yeah. But this one is the one that's making you vulnerable. Battle Box 3 is going to come for Bronco.
Sure.
That is a 6, which will be a psionic whine. The box releases a cluster of mechanical bees whose buzz rattles mortal minds. All targets within close range, so I think that'll be everybody because it's close. Must succeed on a presence reaction roll. So I need all 3 of you to give me a presence reaction roll.
I got 16 with fear.
Succeeds. And then for reaction rolls, you don't. You
Oh,
have
it's
to,
not.
Yeah, you don't have to tell hope and
Yeah,
fear.
I got a 15 total.
Okay. Cool.
15 succeeds, meets it, beats it, and Casimir.
And a 12 does not, I imagine.
12 is
Hold on.
going to not succeed.
Yeah, the 12 is not going to make it.
You are all going to. So the ones who failed that, so just Casimir there, is going to take 14 points of direct magic damage. Direct damage means that you are not able to use an armor slot to reduce the damage.
Oof.
Oh, man.
So that is 14 direct damage. So if that goes over your threshold, you just take that threshold, and that is my spotlight as these 3 boxes fire up and move into combat with you. The spotlight returns to you. What would you like to do?
And if
Bronco,
you pass,
I don't
you
believe
take
his.
none?
If you if you pass, you take no damage.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeesh.
Okay.
So I think
yeah, I would,
just Casimir
I would
took-
like to switch forms.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. My spider form is a baby. I'm going to spend 3 hope to turn into a Geiger. So you just see this like spider getting beat up. This Geiger, Geider getting beat up, and it explodes into a massive Geiger. Half goat, half tiger. Its teeth are made of
Maybe
ram
the death
horns. It has 2 ibex horns sticking out of the top of its head. And I will... The one that's making me vulnerable is the second one, so I will try to destroy that. So let me drop out of that beast form. Let me switch to another one. This is the pouncing predator form. Because I spent the hope, I get I can raise 1 trait by +1, so I'm going to raise instinct. So now my instinct is +5 while I'm in Geiger form. And I'm going to try to beat the hell out of it. And I'm going to mark a stress to move into melee range of it and try to bash the hell out of it.
Yeah, easily done.
Okay. So this is plus...
And also, at any point, you guys are able to give help on these action rolls. All you have to do is spend a hope. And if you have 3 hope available to you, you can activate a tag team roll, which means you both roll, combine your damage all into one instance to try to overcome its threshold.
Really good. It's 2 actions, and you take the best roll of the 2 of them, and it's real good.
That's nice.
Okay.
So there's other things you guys are able to do here.
I will roll this for now. That's oh baby. That's a 12 on the hope die and 11 on the fear die.
Yeah.
Holy moly! So 17 plus 11 is 28 with hope.
Super hits. You rolled the lowest you can without critting, and you also rolled the highest you can without critting.
When will I crit?
We're all there. Yeah.
Holy crap! That's amazing. Okay, so then I have 4d8 plus 6 on this. Holy shiitake mushrooms. That is 8.
Dang.
Max on the second 2 dice, so 16 plus 8 is 24, plus 6 is 30 points of physical
30.
damage.
It's,
And
physical
the target
damage.
has to mark a stress. Because I
Ooh,
did a
boy.
takedown.
Huge. This creature now has just above table marked 2 stress because every time they activate their roll a d6 to do a thing ability, they have to mark a stress to do so. So you see every time they act or they do something, their high pitched like whine goes up like an octave. So they're like every time they do something, they get more like wound up essentially. But 30 is well above this thing's major or maximum threshold. So you are dealing 3 hit points to this creature, to this battle box. Bam, bam, bam. It is looking bloodied. What would you... Okay, that is yours. You rolled with hope. The spotlight continues to the players. What would you guys like to do?
I'll do a. Are all the boxes in a like close range?
Yeah, you guys are in close quarters right now. I'll say everybody is within close range of one another right now.
Okay.
It's
I'm going
about 30 feet, so...
Okay. Yeah, as I look around, I'm like, I think we just need to battle fire with fire. And as the beetles before, and actually I just realized too, just as a like bit of cleanup here from paperwork standpoint, most of the beetles took all that fire damage and reduced it by a threshold, which is
Nice.
awesome.
Huge.
So like I spent a hope to keep the beetles on me as they like more of them poured out of my mouth, and then as I look around as the beetles stop pouring out of my mouth, now fireflies start to fly out of my mouth and spread around, and they start blinking, and then they like settle onto the different battle boxes, and they start to blink a little bit faster, almost like a fuse going down.
And you would not
And,
believe your eyes as 10,000 fireflies teach these
They
robots
all
how to
explode
dance.
at the same time. That's a 17 with hope.
17 absolutely hits. Mark that hope. And your
Yeah.
one is hex. So what does hex do to the?
Ooh,
at least one of them?
It's your. You can mark action and damage rolls against a hex creature gain a bonus equal to your tier.
Okay, cool. So you would have
Here's-
hit more, but yeah, you hit all of those in close range.
Yeah, it's because the fireflies basically, as long as it hits against all adversaries within close range, and I have to spend a hope to do the 2d8 plus 3 damage. So that's gonna be a total of 15
15.
damage to
You-
all of them.
You deal 2 hit points to each one of these. Battle Box 2 is already looking really, really fucked up, and the other ones are looking at about a third health. All right,
and
dealt-
we still have the spotlight.
And you guys still have the spotlight because you rolled with hope. Unless I am an asshole and I spend a fear to take the spotlight away from you. But in this confusion with these fireflies, absolutely, you guys could still go. What would you like to do, Casimir?
Do we know how much fear you have? Is that like a known amount?
Totally. Yes. I got this cool little fear tracker. Shout out whoever made this on Etsy. So this is my cool little fear
cool.
tracker. So I currently have 3 fear.
Okay. All right. We're good.
I spent a lot of fear to make those other things happen, but yeah.
Is there a way that I can maneuver myself so that all of the enemies are within very close range?
Not all of them. I'll say roll me a d4. On a 3 or a 4, you can get 2 of them.
Let's go ahead. On a 3 or 4, I can get 2 of them.
If not, it'll just be 1.
It's a 2, unfortunately.
2. Okay, so you're able to get 1 of them right now.
All right, fantastic. Yeah, I'm just going to go after it again with the exact same attack. Raise my claw up to it, and it kind of shoots out to the range of like a halberd.
Cool.
Powered by this hemomancy. So I'm going to go ahead and make another hand rune attack. I'll just move up to melee range if I calculate that I can't get all of them in very close range. And I will chain my way up to it.
We'll say this is Battle
this-
Box 3, so this one's still hurt, but it's not the most hurt. Battle Box 2 is the most hurt right now.
Please. Oh, that is wonderful. That is an 18 with fear. However, once perception, when you make an action roll with fear, you can instead change it to a roll with hope instead. As this small part of me that's still conscious remembers the job that I have, and what I have to go back to, I'll make that attack with hope instead. 18 with hope.
Lovely. Got nothing for that. Do it. That hits.
Sick.
I cannot gain hope in this state. Every time I would gain a hope, I mark a stress instead. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that stress.
Crazy word. I love it.
Whoa.
Yep.
Transformations are so cool in Daggerheart because they're actually like they have their downsides, which is very cool.
Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah, there's a
scary.
drawback.
That's cool though.
There's a hell of a
This
drawback.
demonic bestial blood creature that Casimir has like become or surrounded himself with. I don't know how your characters are reacting to this, but he's put in work.
There is like a blood storm that is happening. I'm gonna re-roll both of my 2s real quick. No big deal. So that is a 4 plus hopefully these 2 are better. Come on. That's a little bit better. So that's 12 plus 6 for 18 points of damage to
18.
the one that I've gotten in close range, or sorry, in melee
Lovely.
range too.
You deal another 2 points of damage to this thing. It is looking rough. It's about 2/3 of its health have been dealt to it right now.
Fantastic.
Okay, that's Casimir's turn. You rolled with fear, so I'm gonna get to go here.
I rolled with hope.
Oh, you rolled with hope. Thank
I
you so
converted
much. Yeah, go for it. The spotlight remains on you. I believe Bronco would be next in the rotation.
Ooh, I mean, I got my jaw clenched on number 2. I can feel like there's heat coming out of some sides. I feel like there's other like weird psychic energy coming out of other sides. So I think I'm just gonna try to get the like corners and pinch it together and try to pop the thing.
Yeah.
And just keep myself out of the crossfire. So I'm just gonna keep biting. I'll mark. Oof. Can I tell if they're like bloodied or badly beaten or?
2 is like sparking and whirring so loudly that you think it's a hit point away from being destroyed.
Ooh, okay, all right. I'm not gonna mark the stress. I'm just gonna do a normal attack. So I won't get the extra damage, and it won't need to mark a stress. But I hope I just kill it. That is 11 plus 5 is 16 to hit.
Yeah.
With hope.
16 hits. Take that hope.
Okay, and then so this is just. Ooh, actually, shoot, I was supposed to add one more because it's with instinct, and because I spent the hope. It should have been a +7, not a +6. So this is 2d8 +7, not +6. That's okay. That's 6 plus 7 is 13 points of damage.
Yeah, you pass its major threshold. How do you want to do this?
Yeah, like I said, just kind of like biting on the corners, kind of just trying to like twist my jaw in the right direction to kind of like crack it in half like a pistachio nut. And with his like big ram horn teeth, it makes it a lot easier as I just kind of jab into it. And I feel like this thing, as it's about to pop, I just try to like again angle it so that its exploding force goes away from me or into the like reinforced horns. Just trying to be like, a little more like precise about this versus the bite before was a lot more just like incredible force without thinking about it.
Well, real quick, give me a. This is for you. Give me a. We'll call this an instinct reaction roll real quick. This is going to see if you are going to take this damage or if you can direct it like you want to.
Holy shit.
Because you remember what happens when you fought that first battle box. These things explode when they die.
Sure. And I have incredible instinct right now because I spent 3 hope to transform to this. That's pretty dang good. That is 18 with hope.
Okay. On that reaction roll, so just a reaction roll.
Reaction.
Hope,
Okay, yeah. 18 then.
Yeah, you know how this thing is going to explode, and you know that you are probably going to take a little bit of damage from this.
Sure.
But you direct it in a way that you give your friends advantage on their instinct reaction roll to avoid some of the damage here. So in doing so, I need the other two to roll instinct reaction rolls because when these things die, they blow up. But Bronco, you will take only half damage from this if you.
Okay.
But actually, you can roll your instinct reaction roll now too. So all three of you roll your instinct reaction rolls. Bronco, if you succeed, you'll take none. And then if your friends, I'll say if everyone succeeds, then the other ones you'll have directed in a way that the other ones take damage instead of your friends. But everyone needs to succeed on this. But you all have advantage.
19.
Succeed.
17.
Succeed.
I rolled so bad.
You have advantage, Bronco, from this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, add a d6.
Okay, so that is plus 13 plus 5. 18 again. I rolled real
all
high
of you
on the
succeed.
D6. Nice!
Yeah. All of you succeed, and instead this damage is directed towards the other two battle boxes. So I will instead roll that damage for them, as you expect this thing to explode, and you like bite it in such a way that it sends the jets of explosion out towards the other two battle boxes. And they're gonna take, holy shit, they're gonna take 13 points of damage. So that one's dead. The other one is dead. That one is going to explode, taking 2 points of damage. And this other one is the one that is hexed is still up. Will not explode yet, but Battle Box 3 is just going to straight up explode. So now, again, I need the three of you to roll instinct reaction rolls. No advantage this time, just straight roll.
Instinct?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I rolled maximum on that instinct roll, by the way.
Beautiful.
Or on the advantage. I rolled so bad
That
normally.
don't look that great.
16.
Succeeds.
Oh, hell yeah. Then I got a 17.
Succeeds.
These are effectively made from Essentia, right?
No, these are not Essentia powered. Well, they're like Essentia powered, but there's no like Essentia crystal at all like within these things. They are like just powered by some sort of like small arcane battery that it like has the energy that is within Essentia in them. Yeah.
With my Blood Arcanum experience, my last hint of experience, when I found this modified Essentia crystal, it attuned to me in some way. Can I spend a hope to add my experience to this roll?
Yes, you can.
All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it.
So you can add your +2 to that.
Come on, buddy. Oh, it's not great. That's 13.
Total. Okay, so you're going to take... it's only going to be 8 points of magic damage to you, Casimir, as you get caught in Battle Box 3's explosion.
All mark and armor and be unscathed.
Okay, so yeah, you see some of the... What does Casimir's armor look like? What is like... How does his like armor mechanically like manifest?
It is actually you see the explosion tear through the outside blood barrier and tear into his expensive clothes, and you actually see a layer of full plate underneath his coat.
Very cool. It scratches that. That was your guys's... that all of that happened on Bronco's turn. Just a cascading
Chain
explosion
reaction.
that made something else explode. Yeah. So in doing so, I will spend a fear here to have the other battle box go, and instead I will choose an item here. So it can be spotlighted up to 2 times, so I can spend fear as usual. So I will actually spend 2 fear and have it do 2 of these. So I'll actually just roll 2d6. So let's see what that is.
Rude.
Roll 2 6s. I'll re-roll one of those 6s. 1. Okay, 1 and 6. To far range. Okay, Bronco. I'm gonna make an attack roll against you. You are no longer vulnerable because Battle Box 2 is dead.
Hell yeah. Fear is rude.
Bronco, that's a natural 20.
How dare
Are
you?
you kidding
I didn't
me?
agree to this.
Yeah, that's nasty. So Bronco, you're gonna take at least 22 here plus 2d10.
I'm a cat now.
Oh.
So think about that.
12, 20.
Look behind you. Look at your beautiful cat before you do this to another cat.
Well, you really want to do
How
that?
can I ever? 22 plus 12. It's gonna be 34 points of damage to you.
Are you kidding me?
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
As you see
That's
the third
not
battle box
severe
is-
damage. That's double severe damage.
That's 4 hit points, baby.
You do
Can
have
I use an
talisman on
armor
you.
slot?
You can use an armor slot. You also do have the talisman provided by your friend.
I'm gonna I'll use that. It takes a hope to use.
Takes a hope to use, and you reduce the amount of hit points marked by 1 as long as you're normally taking 2 or more.
Okay, I
By-
will
by one threshold?
absolutely do that.
Yeah.
I'm spending the hope. I'm spending the armor. So instead of 4 HP, I'm only taking 2.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
You hear over whatever arcane intercom there is here. Hey, no one breaks my toys but me. And you see one of the chattering skulls like spins around on an axis, and you see like whatever he's doing on his end, he actually overrides control of this and takes like a strong one and shoots a beam of blue Essentia energy straight at this Geiger here, and it bores a hole in your side. But some of that blood talisman evaporates from that paper, and that sigil of that Casimir holds some of that at bay. It burns through the rest of the sigil, and the rest of it burns through you, and you take that damage. The other one,
I will
is
say that
going
music
to
cue
attack-
was also perfect.
lovely.
I love when the music matches up perfectly.
Wait, you guys are getting music?
Yeah, the stream is. I know.
The other one.
I've been looking for a way to pipe it into the Discord chat, and it's just Discord keeps making it harder and harder to do.
It's all good.
On that second ability that I rolled, I need everybody to roll a presence reaction roll.
Oh
Oi.
no.
Present.
It can only take so
as-
much damage.
This thing winds with energy, and a psychic
no.
field envelops this room.
Oh no.
I knew I should have played a guardian. Okay, here, let's do presents. roll.
15.
15 just succeeds.
Hey Carter, what's the second lowest roll you can get?
1 and a 4. 1 and a 3.
Yeah, I got 1 and a 3, baby.
That is a 19, and if it's a reaction roll, we don't have to worry about fear, right?
Yes, yeah, just a reaction roll. So 19
There you
succeeds,
go.
that succeeds. And then Chris, what was your total?
Yeah, I've bad. What's it? 4 minus 1. That's a 3.
Yeah. So Chris, you're gonna take 7 plus 9. You're gonna take 16 points of this is direct magic damage.
I'm going to. I have 2 more hope. I have a rune ward. I can spend a hope to reduce incoming damage by 1d8. It's not using armor.
Yes.
So does
that
this still
works.
work?
It still works. Yeah, you just can't use armor against direct damage, but you can use
Okay.
your other abilities.
Because holy shit, otherwise I would take 3 damage. So I'm gonna roll a d8.
Yep.
I rolled a 1. So I reduced the damage by 1, but that's fine because you've hit my severe, but now you're only hitting my major. So I will take
Wow.
2 damage instead of 3.
Wow.
And you see this Geiger cough up blood as I am so... Oh my god, I'm so messed up.
Yeah, you're getting your ass kicked, dog.
As a reaction, I'll I'd like to do a hideous retribution against that, as I like turn my like dark green gaze upon that which has wounded my Geiger buddy, and will attempt to have them feel my retribution.
Yes.
That's 12 with hope.
12 with hope is not going to meet this thing's difficulty, so that's going to fail. You still take hope, though.
Okay.
And then, so that was a reaction to my spotlight, but then you made another roll there. So I will get another thing off with this battle box, and this battle box will then rocket towards you, Ninefingers, like physically. You see the fire jet that once sprayed towards you, it actually turns away from you and uses that fire jet to propel itself forward, and it's just going to try to like bash you in the face.
Okay.
That is probably not going to do it. That's only going to be a 10 to hit.
And that's against my evasion, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that does not hit. My evasion's 12.
Nice.
Yeah, so you just, with your fairy wings, move out of the way, and you see the box slams into a steel beam and dents
So,
it.
like,
in the
Matrix it. Like, I bend over backwards as a matrix as it flies over me.
Love it. That is its attack roll. That is its spotlight. This is the only adversary that is left, other than the other arms that, like, environmentally are trying to like grab you and do stuff. But that is its spotlight. The spotlight returns to the heroes here. What would you like to do?
As a reaction, as it goes by, as I'm like bent over like Matrix, like Neo backwards, I like take a bone out and fling it to make a blighting strike. Excuse me.
Yep.
I
Lightning
want
is
to call
cool
it
too.
lightning. Yeah.
Lightning is sick.
Okay, that's a 20 with fear.
Super hits. I'll take a fear.
Cool thing is if I succeed on that spell with fear, the target instead takes a larger damage.
Yeah.
Because I'm a witch.
Yeah, that dread domain is really cool.
All right, that's going to be 15, 16 damage.
How do you want to do this?
I just like basically just like my fairy dexterity. I was like bend over backwards, and I like basically like yeet this bone that turns into this like globule of corruption that like hits the box and just dissolves.
You hit it, this dissolves, and you see some of that dissolving essence kind of splashes onto some of these Essentia batteries. You see this thing begins to like move around and kind of like spin, it kind of like casting that dissolving like necrotic essence outward. It gets on those batteries, like I said, and this box, when it marks its last HP, is going to explode. I need everyone to roll an instinct reaction roll to avoid this.
Oh my goodness. Here we go.
Yeah, that doesn't work. That's a 8.
Oh! Got that second worst for a 4.
Yep. So everyone who failed is going to take only 6 points of magic damage on that Deathquake.
I'll mark another armor for that.
Yeah, we'll see what Chris gets on his way back. But that is 6 points of magic damage. Chris, instinct reaction roll from the third battle box getting blown up.
That's
or
a
battle box
billion.
1, technically.
25.
No damage to you, but the other two on their failures are going to take 6 magic damage. You see some of that necrotic essence and the kind of fallout explosion from these from this battle box. You see begins to char away at some of the containment field, the containment metal around these Essentia batteries, and you see some of the Essentia nature just begin to.
Oh, we got to get going right now.
You hear over
Kind of doubled over a little.
that intercom. It sounds like there's like some like a clang, some weird feedback. Oh fuck, shit! I gotta get out of here. Oh fuck! Wait, this thing's on. Wait, shit! And it cuts off. Like there's like a mechanic whine and it shuts
Where
off.
are you?
Oh no!
Everyone, give me a perception check. Everyone give me an instinct roll.
I'm good at those.
Well,
Nope.
Damn.
Oh my god, I was so close to a crit, but instead it's just so low.
I got a 25 with hope.
Okay,
Heck
take that
yeah.
hope.
no.
I got a 10 with hope.
Take a hope.
Are we in combat anymore?
No, there's no like in combat, out of combat. It's just all kind of like in a scene, out of a scene kind of thing.
Okay, fantastic. I have
It's all just
dropped
a
out
vibe.
of my form and gain a hope out of my utterly failed instinct roll.
Okay, the two of you kind of like whining with your ears, kind of almost like semi-concussed from all the explosions that are happening. You all kind of are focused on these sparking Essentia battery containers here, but you, Ninefingers, you hear the telltale sign, the sound of beating.
Of a
Dragon.
beating heart in the.
Yeah, his heart's about to get beat
telltale
though.
heart.
You
Okay.
hear the telltale beating, the rapid rhythm of dragonfly wings, but massive dragonfly wings. And on that 25, mechanical dragonfly wings. But it is not coming from within this room. It is coming from above on the surface level. You hear something clang open on this floor above you, and then the mechanical beating of dragonfly wings. What does everybody do?
He's trying to get away as I like try to
Yeah, we
fly
gotta start
out.
running.
Yeah, I like follow everyone out and fly, but I'll like occasionally cast like a lightning strike around and kind of giggle as everything starts to like blow up and explode.
Did you say
Yeah.
lightning
But then I
strike?
let everyone know I'm like lightning.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it's in my weird vision. It's blighting strike, like it's blighting something.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I add that N in there. I don't know why. Anyways.
Yeah. You all begin
That's
to
perfect.
move on out of this, clambering up through that hole. There's explosions,
Yep.
minor explosions that are happening behind you, and you climb up out of that kind of shaft that you climbed into originally. You see all of the automata like in this warehouse are just kind of like moving back and forth, unsure what to do, moving around. You sprint outside of this warehouse, and you see in the ground right in front of this warehouse a metal plated door has opened wide, and sand is like still falling into it. And rising out of this as you come out of this warehouse is a massive mechanical flicker fly. I think Casimir,
Oh.
you would recognize this creature not in its mechanical form, but in its organic form from
Yeah.
the continent from which you hail. These things are essentially like fey dragons. These are dragons like from fairy, but this is a mechanical bastardization of that beautiful form, and you see these like coppery wings lifting up, and in a saddle atop this thing is the image of this gnome with like a shock of like white standing up hair mohawk, these like goggles that kind of like click 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 click, click come out in front of him, and he wears like leather overalls and leather gloves, and it looks like he is riding this thing up kind of like Harley Davidson handlebars, and is looking to get away.
Oh,
What would
we
you
are
all
not
like
going to let that happen.
Yeah,
Uh,
I try to fly up there and I'll see if I like unload a blighting strike.
Yeah. What is the
Lightning.
what is
Will
the
you take-
range on that lightning strike?
Far range.
Far range. Okay, you can absolutely get within range. Go
I
ahead
was
and
gonna
let
say-
that loose.
Would you like to do a combo strike off of this? I've never actually done this before, but that sounds like a
Ooh,
lot
yeah,
of
no,
fun.
it's-
teamwork.
Let's do it. Yeah,
Hell
I got
yeah.
plenty
I'm
of
gonna-
hope to spend on it. Yeah.
Spend all my remaining hope and drop a blood spike on it, enhanced with this bestial form.
Okay. So you drop your blood spike. Rick, you're gonna do a lightning strike. Both of you make your ability action roll for that. You get to
Who's
take the higher
spending
of
the
the
3 hope?
I've already spent it.
Hell yeah.
That's a crit.
And I will ask before. That's good. That's good to know. What is what is being targeted here? The mechanical flickerfly or Albie Duncan?
That's a good question.
I was gonna get the Albie. That was kind of my target. So
you're going for
Is that
Albie.
all right?
Yeah, both of you.
Okay,
would have
so
to
you want to
for
go
the same
for
target.
both of us would have to go for the same target. If we leave Albie alive and capture him instead, then we can figure out maybe how to stop all these things from happening. But if we kill him now, we get rid of the problem.
All right. Yeah, that's a good point. Let's go ahead and do the dragonfly thing.
It
Yeah,
seems like
I think-
they
okay.
can't
I was
fly
just
without
throwing it
help.
out there.
Yeah, I think Ninefingers is about to like take out Albie, but then in the last moment, through this like bestial blood fury, you get this nugget of wisdom from Casimir, and you both lock in on this flickerfly. It sounds like Casimir got a crit. Rick, for posterity, what'd you roll here?
I got a 28 with fear.
28 with fear. Okay.
Let's go with
so
the crit.
On that crit, both of you will mark a hope and clear a stress, and then you will take your maximum damage dice. So if your damage dice is like 2d8 plus 2, it automatically does like 18 plus 2, so 20 or 18 plus, and then you roll your damage dice on top of it. So whatever your attacks are, max out your damage, and then roll the damage dice on top of that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then all of that will be combined into one instance that will be dealt to this creature.
Okay. Yeah, I got so it'd be 13 plus 10, so I have 23.
23 points of damage.
That's a 3, a 7, and a 7 for 17 plus 30 for 47.
47,
Jesus.
23, so 60?
Yep.
Or 70. Regardless, it beats
Something.
this thing's... It doubles this thing's severe threshold, which means it takes 4 hit points here. So the Flickerfly, which is quite hardy, is going to take just under half of its hit points from this one attack here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Describe to me where your combined attacks strike this thing, and I will say immediately, like together, you automatically hinder its movement. So you make it much harder for him to get away in this moment with just your first strike.
'Cause it has like a head, right? Like
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say like kind of what I was envisioning is like I was like gonna take out Albie, but then realizing that Casimir was kind of charging up a shot, I kind of like float like bones that like circle in the air in like a complex diagram, and then the like blood attack from Casimir kind of like goes through it, kind of like in like an orbital ring, and gets all the blight energy on it, and then strikes it in the probably in the head, I'd say, of the creature.
Easily done. You see that this is kind of what it looks like, but imagine all like brass and copper metallic body.
Oh yeah.
So you like fully pop one of those orb-like eyes on this thing, and leave a massive dent in the side of this creature's head. That is your spotlight. Bronco, what would you like to do here?
Is this thing in the air?
It is in the air. It is a good like 20 feet up, but now has just like taken a big hit, and it is like buzzing back and forth and like slowly careening towards the ground.
Okay, so with its careening, do you think that a Geiger could leap up and try to pull it out of the air?
Yeah.
I will say, give me an agility action roll here. The normal DC for movement is 12. I will say the DC here is just 10.
Okay.
Can I assist in a way where I basically can like with me flying, I can act like as a little bit of like a platform for the Geiger to like step on me?
I'll say
Come on,
if
me
you
daddy, as I
if
go
you
up there, yeah.
if you spend a hope, I will not have you roll your agility roll.
I will
or you
also, I'll also mark a stress to do a takedown move.
Okay. So I'll say yes. You can give the help action here,
Okay.
and you can either forego the agility roll entirely, and carry that help action through to your main attack, or you can just use the help action here to negate the agility roll entirely, and then make a straight roll at this thing.
I got plenty of
I
hope,
think,
so
I think
not
I'm
a big
gonna negate the agility roll.
Okay. So that hope will negate the agility roll. You bounce off of him, and you make it to the top, and go ahead and make your roll straight.
Oi. Okay, so this is a instinct roll with my Geiger form.
Are you going for the flicker fly or Albie?
Ooh. Alright. So you said that... How much damage? Only did 4 damage. It seemed like it had 10 HP.
It seemed like, yeah, mechanically 10 HP.
Okay.
It's a big construct.
Yeah, I think I'll still go for that, if that's what we're going for. I think we need to focus fire. So I'll go for that. Okay. That's a billion with fear. That's 25 with fear.
Yeah, absolutely hits.
Okay.
I'll take a few.
Okay. And because I marked a stress, I get to roll 4d8 instead of 2d8 plus 7. Oh boy, that's really good already. Not as good. So 15 plus 7 is 22 points of damage.
22 hurts. That's its major.
Sucked.
Since major damage, you deal 2 more HP to this thing. It is bloodied.
Okay. It also marks a stress because I did a takedown on it.
Beautiful. Yeah. You hear the mechanical whirrings of this thing become a little bit more high pitched. And on that roll with fear, I will go. Let's see. Before the Flickerfly makes an attack, roll a d6. So we'll see what that is. I will also say that I have activated a countdown timer for the Flickerfly. That you guys do not know what happened.
Wait a second. How close were you? How close was the Geiger when it jumped up? Was it in the close range?
It got into melee range by the time it made its attack. Yeah.
I mean, from me.
It would still be within close range of you because it's only like 20 feet up in the air.
Once per rest, when an ally within close range rolls with fear, I'm going to choose to make that roll a roll with hope instead. As whatever royalty was embedded in Casimir, you get the feeling that someone's like cheering for you behind your back, and I'm gonna make that a hope roll.
Nice. Wow. So you can do that once for yourself, and then once for an ally.
Once for myself through Freeborn, and once for an ally through my race. Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, that's a roll with hope. So that goes through. You guys will keep the spotlight here.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's crazy. Casimir, what would you like to do?
Wow.
Casimir or Ninefingers. Either one of you.
Rick, if you'd like to take us home.
I get the feeling the Thopter has 4 more health.
Yeah.
Well, we can try another combo.
Do you have the hope for it?
I have the hope for it.
Wow.
I will also say, because of that thing that you just did, Casimir, I have the hope for it too. So I could use my hope.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I'll just go ahead and make the roll, y'all, and then we'll see how this goes. As I run towards this thing at max speed, and instead of making a because I don't have much stress left, instead of making a blood spike attack, I'm just gonna attack it with my blood claws, my hand runes.
Okay.
I will spend 3 hope. I will make this a team up roll. I will attack 2, and I will do a takedown move with it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, both of you make your rolls.
That is a 24 from me with fear.
Whoo! That's a 6 and a 6.
Let's go.
Holy shit. All right. Roll damage. So you both gain a hope, you both clear a stress, and you get to max damage here.
Oh my god.
Or crit damage, rather.
That's insane.
Oh my god. Okay.
While you're doing that, he's just like, "Oi, stop fucking with my toys!"
You know what?
Oh my god. And I did a
Just
takedown.
to shut him up. I'm going to spend... Oh, wait, no, I'm out of hope. Never mind.
32
I
plus
can't do it.
7.
That's okay.
So this is 39 plus 4d8.
Yep.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Minus
2, 16, plus 9 is 25. Oh my goodness. 25 plus 30 for 55 magical damage from me.
Holy moly. That's a 47. 40,
Oh, and I'm doing it in melee,
51,
so I have additional too.
53. 50. Why does my second roll always just 2d2? So 55.
55 and plus
55.
yours, son, which is what?
Also a 55.
Holy shit.
Because I don't think I'm in melee range.
Points of damage. That. Here's the thing.
That's amazing.
You deal 4 times its severe threshold. When you deal double its severe threshold, you do 4. You can't do more than 4, and 4 is all it has. But I just feel like it needs to be said that you dealt 4 times its severe threshold.
Wow.
You combined. How do you want to do this?
Oh my goodness.
I don't think I let go. I think I stick my tail out for you to grab onto or something.
Yeah, I see you clawing it down into the ground. Like, it's like your weight is making the thing drop, and that's just enough for me to make a strike in very close range. I will swing my short sword upwards, and like the Zelda up neutral. The Link up neutral, right into its torso, and split it open with blood magic.
Wow.
Just pure force of blood splitting it open like an axe would.
Yeah, the chassis of this flickerfly automata rips open, Geiger still attached to it. All of it comes crashing down to the floor. You see Albie still kind of like in the saddle of this thing. As this thing splits open, the saddle is just kind of like hanging between the 2 pieces off of like the 4 straps on either side. So it's just kind of like a weird like rocking motion between the split body of this flickerfly. And he goes like, "Oh, fuck." Snaps his fingers, and you see a device on his chest glows, and his body zip, teleports away. And then you hear he only teleported like 20 feet away. And he's just running away. He's like, Oi, protect your mare! The goddess Gulch is under attack! People from Wyland's Gulch are trying to take all of our Essentia. Please help us. He's like, my minions, come to me, come to your lord. And all the like automata around the city just kind of like look at him as he like runs by. He's like, what are you doing? Help me. He's like waving a wrench around. He's like serve your master.
and you see he's just kind of like, it says serve your master. This one like pours a keg of ale and like hands it to him because that's all it knows how to do. And he's just like, "No, you're all fucking useless." And he just like continues to run on his like little gnomish legs. And then you see he bumps into the busboy, Kelly, the furbolg who you encountered in the beginning. And he says, "Oh, hi, Mr. Mayor. I thought you were out of town." He's like, "Oh, you're fucking useless." He's like, "You know what? I met some friends today, and they showed me that I should have a little bit more respect for my job, and I'm not going to be crawling into no confined small spaces, so I think I deserve a raise." And he's like, "You want to give a raise? I'll give you a raise." And he just like kind of flips him off a little bit. He like continues to run away, and he like kind of looks at you.
It's a good diss. It's a good diss.
"Hey, I think our mayor is kind of an asshole." And then you see Kelly's eyes glow green, and then he like lifts up his hand, and then as the mayor is running away, you see he ensnares him in all of these like very spiky cactus vines that wrench up out of the ground and like hold him there. And he's like, "Okay, I think it's time for elections," and all the mortals and humanoids in this town go like, "Yay, elections!" And you see Albie is just kind of there with like cactus spines sticking in his face all over his body, and he's just kind of like wrenching back and forth. "Oh fuck, moving it hurts more. Ah, shit!" And he still keeps trying to move to get out of it. What do you all do?
Oh my goodness.
I definitely fly over and I'll like examine Albie like very excitedly, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm really excited to use some of your bones in my spells. Oh yes."
Oh fuck, you're all psychopaths.
And I take like I wiggle his like thumb a little bit and be like, "Oh yes, that's a good finger bone, perfect for a blighting strike. Oh yes. Yeah. But before then, we have to ask you some questions. I'd say ex-mayor, mayor alumnus, or whatever they would call it.
Call me whatever you want. Just let me go. Let me go. And he keeps like stabbing himself as he moves back and forth in these cactus spines.
What's this doohickey? And I hold up the device that was like messing with the clanks in our town.
Yeah. He says, "Oh, that's just a little trinket. That's a quality family heirloom." So
it's familiar, is what you're saying. Would you say that you made it?
Well, in a way,
Yeah.
What do you want for it? I'll give you anything. Gold? Horses?
How about your finger bones? Would you give up your finger bones for that?
Now that's a good question.
These is my livelihood. It's how I make things. You wouldn't hurt an old tinkerer, would you?
Well, I mean, I don't know about hurt, but I think I'd like to try maybe a little bit of your feet. I'll take the bones out of your feet.
Oh fuck! He's a foot guy. Help!
Look, hey, I got one question, and I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how you're gonna answer this, because so far it feels like the answer is an infinite amount. But how many roommates did y'all have?
Roommates? Wait. Oh. You don't mean. And then the camera cuts to you guys back in Wyland's Gulch with him standing trial before the town, and Grid and Bobbington are on the witness stand, like sharing the same chair because they're both the same size, and they're both just like the music is going and like their mouths are going, but you don't hear anything, and they're both just like pointing their hands at Albie, and they're like holding like the little mechanical kind of spools of copper wire and explaining how it works with diagrams and stuff, and Albie's just kind of like.
Can he be missing a foot?
Missing a foot for sure, some mysterious circumstances. Yeah.
As I'm like playing with some bones in the back, and like the little, like, the people that are the observers of the trial.
Yeah, and they've given him a wooden leg instead of like a mechanical one or anything because they don't want him tinkering with it and escaping.
Yeah, early in the chat, the Lorecaster's account said, spin-off series about the infinite artificer roommates. Potentially there's infinite roommates, and they all... we could do a sitcom about all these roommates.
Everyone's a gnome. There's just
three's. They're all little folk. They're all the same size.
Yeah, a
It's
goblin, a halfling, a gnome.
But that's where we'll wrap things up tonight, as you have uncovered and captured one of the members of the Cabal that is seeking to destroy Wyland's Gulch.
fantastic.
We did it.
And we only destroyed part of the town.
Yeah. And as a little post-credit scene as we fade to black over this jury trial of the former Mayor Albie Duncan, you see a coastline where a train is kind of like chugging along down, and you see it careens off the side and goes off the rails, but still continues to go as you see the earth churns underneath this train itself.
What?
And this massive train Colossus with Essentia cores and eyes, and the engine begins churning its way down south towards towards Wyland's Gulch. Into the north, you see the storm.
The music is hitting perfectly again, by the way.
The storm that you saw in your dream. The storm that you saw in your dream, and careening over the top of that storm is that cinderous, massive vulture phoenix Colossus as well. As it seems both Colossi are being called to address the problem that is our heroes in Wyland's Gulch. And we'll pick up there next time and see which of those Colossi our party encounters next.
What a nightmare. Oh my god.
That's horrible.
Ninefingers, fix this!
I'll do what I can, but I'll need all the foot bones.
Oh no.
But thanks for jumping in tonight, Son and Rick. We appreciate you guys.
Oh my god, yeah, thank you so much.
Love these characters.
You guys are amazing.
Do we want to go around to highlights, lowlights, thoughts, or any questions from the chat?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for sticking around, Brian. You were amazing. Also, shout out to Mayank, for starters. Shout out to Bobby /Bleon, which couldn't do without him. And the OG, the king of patrons, Jay Poyo. Thank you so much, Jay Poyo.
Love you guys so much. Thank you so much for sticking around and supporting what we do here at Lorecasters. Yeah. Let's go around some quick highlights, lowlights, thoughts from our players here tonight. Any questions about things that are to come or things that have happened?
Oh my goodness. The world that you've built is like, there's so much that can be done, and all like the different flavors of Colossi are like I saw the original one. What was its name again? The Akiri, I think?
That one is the Ikiri Colossus, yeah.
Ikiri Colossus. Yeah, I was like, okay, so that's pretty cool. Are the other Colossi like that? No,
that's
a train?
Yeah, this guy is a train.
Colossus.
This guy's like a big train Colossus. Ooh. So he can have arms, or he can just have train body. And then the massive
with any of its limbs.
And then this is the other one that was cresting over the horizon of the Hell Rim.
Oh, no.
This massive, cinderous, kind of vulture phoenix, ready to go. And these guys are no joke. They're high tier Colossi. And I think at the end, like the second post-credit scene here is you guys returning to Wyland's Gulch during this trial, and Logan Hartley telling you all that wasn't the only Colossus, and then relaying to you the messages of all of the other Colossi that have sprung up in the wake of the fall of the Ikiri Colossus. So you guys now know that there are other Colossi that are out and about and up to no good.
Ooh. Nightmares.
Oh no.
Dang.
And it seems there's some evil hands maybe guiding these Colossi.
Yeah. You still haven't wrapped up the Blackstone faction.
Yeah, and also, I trust Logan the most, which is why this bastard Carter decided to make
I don't know what you need.
either Logan or evil Logan turn on us, and I'm upset about it still.
No gal. No, not Nagel.
Like the sound of that.
No. Cool. Any thoughts? Any other thoughts from Son or Rick here?
Yeah, I mean, I think probably a highlight for me, besides the combat, which I really enjoyed, was probably just kind of questioning that Furbolg guy. That, yeah, I don't know. I had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I didn't really have any real lights. Just the. I feel like I could have done better on some of the role play a little bit earlier on in the game, and it took me a little while to find my stride. But you know, it's been a while since I played Ninefingers, so I think I got there.
That's great. Yeah, that was Ninefingers is so much fun. Just being like the rogue element in the room.
The wild card.
The wild card for sure. I love the dynamic of like Bronco being like, that's a sending stone, right? You're talking to somebody through that. Like, well, kind of in a way. Like,
In a way.
it's a conduit.
Your emotional support, inanimate object that you talk to.
It's my beloved.
It's very
Yeah, 'cause
animate. I don't know.
Because I think Bronco's seen, at least of the characters here, has seen the most of it. And just trying to make sense of it, I think, has to think like, oh, okay, there's a person on the other end. You're not just talking to a skull.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I'll say my highlight was Bronco turning away from Kimmy Schmidt. The joke is that like he's like, hey Bronco, you remember this horse that like one of these bad guys is riding, or this gorse? What was the gorse's name? And you're like, it was Kimmy Schmidt. Yeah. She was unbreakable.
Yeah, it was John's.
Cool.
It was John's cousin's horse, which like John's cousin was a fucking badass like monster of a person. He broke the unbreakable gorse. And yeah, I think at this point in Bronco's like sense of himself, he's like, I know I can't do that. So yeah, he would just turn away and he wouldn't face like all of his emotions. He's like dealing with not being an evil person anymore. He's like not ready to challenge this unbreakable force.
Yeah. And there's definitely that element of like connection there. Like this Kimmy Schmidt had like, it was like offering connection to you, but like you're in that moment you're like, I'm not ready to connect.
Fully not ready. Yeah.
That was brilliant. I think that was like such a cool tease of like, there's obviously at the end of the last episode with like the whole connection stuff being like actually revealed and like shown, you being like turning away from it the first moment that like it could be a big drop is like such a good like tease. It's so fun.
Baby, I want to make your story a good one.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, connection ain't easy.
Yeah. Yes.
Hell yeah. No, the high point was like seeing it wasn't any one specific high point, even though the combat was great. The combo attacks were a lot of fun. I've never done that in like a role playing game before, according to the rules of the role playing game. But seeing all like the little teasers for everyone's plot kind of weaving their way into the story in some way or another, that was very cool to watch. Very
Yeah.
cool to watch.
Yeah, I take a very cinematic approach to running Daggerheart, and it's like informed by other games too, like running D&D and stuff. Like in campaign 4, Brennan does with Critical Role, like does these like cold opens that are like so freaking cool every time. So just like little like side things like that just enhance the story are really fun, and I want to inject a lot more of that into the role play. So yeah, definitely trying new things here and there.
If I ever bring Casimir back, I think I will bring him back a little bit differently. I've seen that, I guess if there is a low point, it's watching my build not do exactly what I want it to, and then seeing it try to do something else and succeeding crazily at that thing. So
Yeah, I feel like you kicked ass.
Maybe I just need to let Casimir ride it out. So I might bring him back a little bit differently. We'll see.
Yeah, I loved being like, okay, Blood Mage, let's go fight robots.
Yeah, that was rough, but it worked itself out.
That was really fun. Yeah, cool.
So
Well, yeah, I don't want to hold you guys any longer. It's Friday night. We'll let you guys get back to your cats and your peoples. Love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining. Everyone that watched and that will watch in the future, thank you so much for joining and being a part of the story. We can't wait to see you next time. We'll see you 2 Fridays from now with a random kind of play shift, and we'll see you 4 Fridays from now with another installment of the Daggerheart Drylands series.
Yeah, hell yeah. We'll do a one-shot in 2 weeks. That'll be wild. It should be a good time.
I can't wait. It'll be so fun.
Take care, y'all.
Cool.
It's been a pleasure playing.
Thank you so much, Carter. That was so
Everyone.
lovely. Thank you for running.
thanks,
Once again,
Carter.
thank you so much to Bobby/Billion. Thank you so much, Mayonk. Thank you so much, Jay Pollo. Oh my God, Jay Pollo. What a wonderful time. You guys were so fun to play with. And yeah, we got a regular schedule now. We got we're like fully doubling down on Lorecasters, and everyone's so excited about it. Yeah. So thank you. Good night, everybody.
Cool. Good night, guys.
Good night, y'all.
Take care.
Take care.
Night, y'all.